What is up, gamers? Welcome back to my channel. What is up? We are back with the Pesterquest streams. Today, we are delving in deep, you guys. We are going into the world of the Pesterquest for the next chapter. I won't reveal the character just yet, but you know it's one of the two. So let's just jump straight into community news. Okay, let's tell you what has been going up with me in my in my channel that I own. Me. So first of all, I mean shit! Shut up! You're ruining the bit! I know!
Hi everyone, I'm here. I was trying really hard not to laugh.
I appreciate that so much.
Hi, welcome back to Pesterquest. Hi Jade, hi Aleph. Hello, anyone viewing anonymously. I have a very special guest with me here today.
Hi, that's me!
Yeah, this is my friend Noah.
Hello, I'm Noah. Pranked ya! Got him!
Oh, welcome, Bridge. Yeah, so... Oh, you missed the good shit.
If only you could have held it together for another few seconds, Caitlin.
Oh my god, I'm literally laughing so hard I'm fucking crying. So, what's happening is, stream started with my friend Noah doing a cold open with no context.
I was like, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Hello. Hello, Jade. Hello?
God.
Yes, Taz graduation is here. This is the first bit of community news. And because I know Taz, Caitlin has graciously offered to let me talk about it. I don't know if I should be talking over the video, but
sorry.
I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so the trailer of this was released on October 18th, but the first episode just dropped yesterday on Halloween. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm very excited about it because it looks cool as heck. It's got this awesome animation for the trailer, and Travis is going to be DMing it, and I'm excited to see what he's going to pull out for the boys.
The boys.
The Mackle boys.
Those boys.
Those boys.
That do those podcasts.
That is those boys that do that podcast. English is my first language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're in school now.
Yeah, these boys are going back to school. They're hitting the books. They're going to be sidekicks / hench people.
Or villain to look forward to. Of course, there's no guarantee how long that lasts.
That's not foreboding at all.
I fucking love that line. They're just like, you might die.
Hooray!
Yay!
Isn't that always the way with Dungeons and Dragons? That's just how you live your life when you live in the world of the D and D.
Mm.
The D stands for death. It's dying and death. Forget dungeons, forget dragons. We are playing this game. It is called Dying and Death. Sky High AU, yes.
Don't have enough of a podcast brain for 100 episodes. That's so fucking valid. I think I mentioned this before, that I was trying to get caught up on My Brother and Me from the very first episode. I fucking gave up at like episode 57. I was like, this is too fucking much. I can't do this.
It's not an episodic podcast. You don't have to listen to it from the start. You can just hop in anywhere, like I did.
I know,
episode 400.
I should. It was one of our campers that gave me the advice to just look at where they are now, jump back 5 episodes, and start from there. Yeah. So I'm probably going to end up doing that.
Death and Daddies!
Oh, rip, it's freezing when you try to reload. Yeah, we're just,
We're expecting that, were you?
We're out here. Okay.
We are out here.
Oh, that's right. I need to start copying the links into my document. Oh, this is the first time I think since I started uploading YouTube videos that I have not uploaded a single stream video since the last weekend. There. Okay, now the link is in my document. Your internet is bad tonight. I hope it's not from my end, because I noticed my computer is being, like, a touch slow.
Very homophobic, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree.
Homophobic internet. I'm gonna sue Telecom. Or whatever your internet provider is.
I think with Rogers.
Rogers?
Yeah.
I'm suing Rogers for
Yes.
homophobic behavior.
Please do. They're fucking monopolizing the market anyway. Okay, so the next thing is something that I wanted in pre-stream because it's important to me. And it is fucking My Chemical Romance. They're actually... Look. So...
Teenagers scare the living shit out of me.
Okay, Bridge sent me this link, and I clicked on it, and went into a fucking catatonic state of shock. I could not... Oh my god. So they're actually doing a reunion performance, which was... I'm fucking super jazzed, but also, it's in fucking California in fucking December. I can't get to California when it's not the Christmas season and air travel is fucked up. I mean, like, I know that it's fucking expensive. That's like a whole other issue. But, like, the logistics are not looking good. The show's already sold out, so it's irrelevant. But, okay. Treated for an 11 a.m. Nice. That's the fucking life. I don't have to go into work until Sunday at noon. And then they will continue training me. Oh, that reminds me. I had a story to share.
Go on.
It's... So, I had this week my first 2 shifts in my new job. And within the first hour of my first shift, like actually on the floor, I have already experienced my first gender nonsense.
Nonsense! I'm just gonna be your hype guy while you tell the story.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it!
So, yeah, 5 fucking days before Christmas, right? Like, who fucking does that? God.
4 sold out tours, 3 black parades, 2 Gerard ways. And a song I made up on the spot. I don't know. Go on, your story. Gender nonsense.
Sorry, gender nonsense. So the place that I'm working is a children's clothing retailer, so, like, you can already tell there's going to be a lot of gender nonsense at this job. But I thought I would be able to get a little further in before I experienced it, but this was about 1 hour into my first shift on the floor. This older woman comes in looking for a gift for a baby shower. She's like, my daughter won't tell us whether she's having a boy or a girl. And in the back of my head, I'm like, hell yeah, good on ya. But, like, she's in there, so she's looking at these onesies. Okay, and they have to have feet. She wants them with feet. And we're looking at 2 plain white onesies. One of them has a little bear face on it. It's cute.
Bears!
Bears! And it's got snaps up the side, and it's cute and shit. And the other one, it has a zipper closure, and it's, like, all plain white, and it's got this little hippo picture on it.
Hippos!
Hippos are wonderful, right? So here's the deal. This person is looking at these 2 onesies and trying to figure out which one to buy, and she's looking at this, like, one with the hippo on it, and she's looking at it, she's like, I don't know. See, I don't think you could put this on a girl. Like, would you put a hippo on a girl?
Would you?
Yes!
I mean, yeah!
Yeah! Like, I just, it's a fucking hippo. And the kicker is that both of these onesies, like, this is, okay, it's a store with a boys section and a girls section. There is no neutral section because fuck us, I guess. But both of them were in the fucking girls section, and she was still questioning whether or not a hippo would be appropriate to put on a baby girl.
If the marketing team decided, hey, this is good enough for this article of clothing in particular can and should be worn by girls, and then decides to put it, like, that's basically law. Right? Like, if a marketing team, like studies it and then like puts it out there. If you deviate from that, then you deserve to be put to death, right? Right? So I don't get why she was confused, because it's obvious. Like, you know, like obviously you can put the hippo on the baby girl, because if you don't, then you just get stoned to death. That's how gender in society works, right? Sorry, I haven't participated in gender in a really long time, so I'm a little bit confused on to how the rules work in modern day. If Caitlin dies today on stream, it'll be my fault.
I was trying to take a drink of water and I fucking choked. Okay, I do sincerely apologize to everyone who's having weird experiences with the connection. I opened up my dashboard and it said it was unstable because a iffy internet connection was detected. So
personally, I think it's because of me. I'm just too powerful. The internet cannot contain me.
That is true. I think that might be affecting the internet connection today. So exactly. Hippos are powerful. Like, oh my god, hippos are big, strong beasts, and only boys can wear the big, strong beast clothes. Anyway.
Clearly not. The marketing team decided otherwise, and what the marketing team says goes.
Yeah, they are literally God. So, okay, stream is showing excellent, no changes recommended again, so hopefully that means we're smooth sailing now. The last thing I had to say about My Chemical Romance was just that I've seen a lot of people say that, oh my god, My Chemical Romance is getting back together, but I have not seen any solid confirmation of that from any official source. They posted about one concert. One reunion concert. Period.
Like Phantoms Forever.
That's the name of one of their first EPs. But,
the nostalgia.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, about time to destroy the gender binary. Yes.
Are you sure? That's what I said when I was an infant. I was just like, you know what? Why? Yeah. It's funny because it's true. Because my mom told me that when I was a little kid, I actually did like ask her like, hey mom, where's my penis? Why don't I have one? So like, baby me knew what the fuck was up. My innate power. It's too much.
Mm-hmm. So that's all I had to say about that. Like, don't get your hopes up for them to actually be getting back together. That's how I'm feeling about that. Unrelated music news.
It's a hookup, is what it is. They're not.
A hookup.
They're not getting back together. It's a one night stand.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For our entertainment.
So, in related music news.
A related music news?
News. In related music news. Toby Fox got a song in fucking Pokemon.
I'm so proud of him.
I am also so proud of him. Like, God, Toby fucking Fox has really did that. Like, he really has come that fucking far.
This man has a career now. He used to live in Hussy's basement, and now he has a career making he did this thing, and I'm assuming they paid him for it, and it's going to be in a game that is sold to millions.
Yeah.
That is an accomplishment. Well done, Mr. Fox.
And this song's a fucking bop.
It slaps. Not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you straight like it is, Caitlin. I'm telling you right from the horse's mouth. This song, it slaps. It's a real slapper.
It is so good. It's a full minute long. Okay, so we're gonna move to the next thing.
Baby Noah did not stand for gender.
No.
I was like, I just want to put my hands in the dirt and climb trees, and that was kind of my childhood. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to beat up other children. That's how you knew I was a boy from the beginning. I just wanted to hit people. Okay, that's actually really bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Twitch. I'm sorry, everybody.
My non-binary ass was also known for being aggressive, but that's because I was bullied, so that's a different story. Yeah. Okay, what pumpkin games? So this is their solution for the albums that are no longer on the Homestuck Bandcamp. So there's 4 links here. The one for 1 year older just showed up like literally within the last few hours, I'm pretty sure. But basically, if we open these up, hi, internet? Hello?
Hello?
I fucking love it when my internet doesn't work. That's my favorite part. Okay, here we go. Hello? Hello, internet? So, these are albums. They're all posted on the individual people's Bandcamps. I can kind of see why they would do something like this. I'm assuming that they just kind of wanted to cut out the middleman in terms of payment for these albums so that they could just, like, give them to the fucking artists so they can deal with that shit.
The music belongs to the people.
Mm-hmm. And, relatedly, Michael Guy Bowman announced that Mobius Trip and Hadron Collido is on fucking Spotify, which is really sick. I think that might be the first Homestuck music to reach Spotify. Someone who has Spotify needs to tell me if that's true.
You know I'm adding that to my liked playlist.
Hey. Yeah, so that's what's up with this. I put those both. Yeah, those are both there. And in related MSPA community type news, this. So, whoops, what the fuck am I clicking on? Just going all over the damn place. I think there's like, I have heard there's something about beef with Tensei at some point, but like, I don't remember much. I don't remember the details, so like, just gonna leave it at that. So, are you having fun, Noah?
Oh, sorry, I just got distracted by my own face in Caitlin's mirror. I'm a little bit narcissistic, but don't worry about it.
So, I did talk a little bit a little bit ago about Mackin's wish being related to the MSPA forums. So, long story short, found Troubler 23 in Taiwan, contacted Husty and used his Troubler wish on getting an archive of the forums back up. So not rejuvenating the whole forums, remaking the whole thing, just trying to get an archive back. Husty and the remaining structure of One Pumpkin tried their hardest for a couple weeks. They unfortunately found that the reason they haven't come back is that the data got corrupted during one of the many server transfers, and the data is effectively unrecoverable. And I consider my wish granted because at least we know what happened now. So, that sucks that we lost that kind of archive of fandom history. I mean, this is coming from the person who left their Tumblr up as a historical archive, even though I don't use it anymore. So I do kind of have a strong sense of value for that kind of recorded history. So that, rip.
R.I.P.
Fucking pour one out for the MSPA forums. I already put that link there.
You're so on top of it.
Can I get an F in chat?
Can I please get an F in chat for the MSPA forums?
I'm gonna say send when I send this so that y'all can gauge exactly how far behind the stream is, okay? Send. Okay, so
F.
The discrepancy between when you see that message and when you actually hear me hit send is how far behind the stream is right now. I would be curious for a gauge. Oh, also wondering, audio with the mic is good, right? Because, like, we're having to share one mic, and it's, I think it's going well. I mean, we're getting responses, so I'm assuming you can hear us.
Nobody said, oh my god, you guys are inaudible. Better pass out from hitting reload. So your dedication to the refresh button is...
Oh, that doesn't look good. Poor network connection detected.
In bright red. Flashing colors. It's taking up the entire screen. How does that even happen?
Can you check the YouTube version to see the responses?
YouTube.
And... Oh, a full minute at least? Okay, yeah. I'm actually gonna take a minute and see what other people in my house are doing on the Wi-Fi. Because I haven't actually done that before. But I want to see if that's what's causing this issue.
Just bust into your family's rooms and be like, hey, get the fuck off the Wi-Fi.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Yeah, I'm streaming over here. I'm a gamer and I do streams.
Can you talk about this article for a hot minute?
I can talk about this article for a hot minute. Welcome to the Noah solo show. This is my channel now. Caitlin has relinquished all authority, which means I get to make all kinds of executive decisions about it. So, So here in this article, we have Dirk. It is the man himself. Dirk Strider. I could have mangled that worse, but I didn't. And it's Yahoo News. I hesitate to call Yahoo News a reliable news source, but it's definitely one that lots of people know about. I would consider it a mainstream sort of news source. You say Yahoo and people know exactly what you're talking about, even if they don't know what Homestuck is. So I think it's very strange that those two things are now combined. They have merged. So Yahoo News did this whole comic, I read the word comic, and that's why I said comic. This whole article about Homestuck Squared, and I think Caitlin specifically wants to highlight this line where it states, now there's Homestuck Squared beyond canon, which, counter to its own name, actually is canon, or at least mostly. And I'm just gonna paraphrase what Caitlin said before when they were ranting about it earlier. Yahoo Screen. I don't know what Yahoo Screen is. I'll try to make my voice deeper so that you can tell that it's me, Noah, speaking. Because I really feel that, Jade. So yeah, counter to his own name actually is canon. But that's not true. Because Homestuck Squared isn't canon. It's like specifically, it's content. I think the distinction is important. It is content of the thing, but canon as a word really doesn't mean anything anymore when it comes to Homestuck. Like, Homestuck's narrative, and especially all the bonus content that we've been getting recently, like the epilogue and Homestuck Squared, has kind of just, like, taken the concept of canon and just, like, shit on it, pissed on it, broken it down into nothing. So, I think, like, just canon as a word, as a concept, doesn't apply to... Well, like, when you're thinking about Homestuck, you just really can't use the word canon anymore, because what is and isn't canon, we don't know. Hussey doesn't know. Like... It's fucked, man. It's fucked this way to Sunday. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Hi. I'm back. I don't know what the fuck the issue is. I think we're good now. No, we're still pretty fucking unstable. That's fine. This is fine. The room is on fire and everything is fine. But, wait, what? Yahoo Screen. What the fuck?
I do not even remember that.
No. I mean, if it was a failed streaming service, that makes sense then, but... Godfeels, House of Dirk, Pumpkin Path, and Homestuck 2 are legally canon. That is some good shit. I need to read Godfeels and Pumpkin Path. I haven't read either of those.
As far as I'm concerned, the only canon epilogue is Battle of the Bottoms.
Oh my god! Stop!
As far as I'm concerned, it's the only, don't look it up unless you're an adult.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be linking that one in chat. It is not safe for work.
You'll just have to find it for yourself.
Please use your discretion. Too far up its own trash chute to know what words mean. Yeah.
The Vorfic is canon. It is canon. It's all canon. All of it. The Vorfic, the joke crackfic, that you wrote when you were 13, that's canon. That's real. That happened, and you can't do anything about it.
Wilderness era Doctor Who. It froze 3. I don't know. I talked to my dad's playing video games, and I talked to him about, like, the game that he's playing. I'm like, is this connected to the internet? What's it doing? And he said that it shouldn't be an issue. And I was like, okay. I don't know. Maybe my brother is streaming something right now. I have no idea what the fuck he's doing. He's chilling. He is straight chilling.
You should just unplug every electronic device that is not your computer and see if that fixes the problem. Something tells me it would.
Okay, so here's Yamsy. So
Yamsy!
So we're doing Vriska today, so I decided to show the Gamsey preview, but not the Vriska one, since we're doing Vriska today. Oh, it's almost 11:30. It is one of those streams. We going late, boys.
We going long tonight!
So, the Gamsey preview is, here. Not much to add. The sprite feels like it's staring into my fucking soul.
Bro's eyeliner is, like, on fleek. Not gonna lie.
His eyeliner does look fucking amazing. But,
And that bed hair, honestly, I kind of, like, not to assign myself a kin or anything, but, like, my hair and Gamsey's hair, there's a resemblance.
I kind of.
You can see it?
Your hair is a lot shorter.
My hair is a lot shorter, but...
It's the volume.
It's about the volume.
Yeah.
And the just sheer poofiness? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess poofiness and volume are kind of synonymous. Your self-inserts are canon! They are! Oh god, that means mine are canon too. Fuck.
Okay, related what pumpkin news. We're gonna try and motor through these because we're almost done.
It's Vriska, the iced tea drink!
Feelings... Okay, hold up, because we got fucking Hive Swap, y'all. We got Hive Swap Act 2. Pump infinite money. Oh my god. I fucking hate Disney so much. Anyway.
Disney can choke. It's here, boys! Oh my god!
It's fucking here. We have the Steam page for Hive Swap Act 2. It's here.
It exists.
It exists in the real fucking world.
As real as the internet gets, which is pretty fucking real.
Look at Charan! Oh my god! I love them! I'm so glad they get, like, the whole, it looks like it's gonna be a whole, like, cutscene with them. Oh my god, look at all of the,
There's so many good babies in this still, in this picture.
Nikki, Follicle, Cuprum, Polypa, Joey, and Zephyros, and Lonk, and Tysius, and Connell, and Marvis. Boy!
I just gotta say one thing, and that one thing is that Zephyros is baby.
Welcome, Sleepy Cat Bat. Welcome to the party.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Rational's joke troll? Make Ratatouille fan troll. Fucking please do. Mm-hmm. Are all equally behind? If you're all equally behind, then I guess that would be an issue with Twitch. With Twitch's output rather than my output?
Are you behind, or are we just ahead? I think we're just ahead of the game a little bit. I think that all our excitement and our just combined powers, but mostly mine, has just kind of jumped us forward in the time stream a little bit. And I think it's the rest of the world around us that's lagging. I think there's a time-space anomaly occurring in this bedroom right now. That usually happens when I'm in people's bedrooms, though, so no surprise there.
God. Oh my god. Wait, you're Linguini fan troll? I'm, like, really down with that concept. So we have this, like, Hive Swap shit, okay? And there's a bunch of extra screenshots, so let's look at those, okay? So this here, there is some fucking Alternian to translate. Oh my god, look at Follicle with her fucking Lucis.
Wow.
Oh my god, I love it.
Does
so fucking much.
I think that Lucis has bumper stickers on them.
It does. It has fucking bumper stickers.
Is it a roly-poly? I love that it's a roly-poly.
Oh my god, true. I was just kind of like, oh my god, and then I just like
bug.
didn't fucking think about it.
But it's roly-poly.
Yes.
Roly-poly, oly.
Oh,
He's
God.
rolling and round, and in the land of girl, and then he's gonna get around.
Trying to resist the urge to link the... Oh, please don't. For the love of God. I didn't know that existed, and I never want to see it.
Okay, but like PM it to me.
Yeah. News and then Pesterquest. Do all cry. Yeah, please don't actually fucking... Hey, the reference just landed.
You're so welcome.
Okay.
I deliver to the people.
The pirate. Do you remember the pirate? I don't remember enough about the show.
Oh god, it's awakening some repressed memories, I think. I do remember, like, a polygonal character with a pirate hat.
Okay, so this is an image that I found, like, it was posted in a Discord server and I don't know where it came from. So thank you to whoever made this. But they did a close-up of this and then they put the letters underneath. So they seem to be swapping back and forth between the old and the new Alternian alphabets. So this is with the old one. And it says...
Checking our notes.
Jivik Week, and then the middle one is a bunch of gibberish. I'll get to it. Lounge. So the middle one is BMPDSK. I'm confused. We'll find out at some point, I assume.
Butts must put dumps sideways, okay? That's what I think it means. It's an acronym, obviously. Butter Muppets present diapers sickly kangaroos. This is my favorite game. I could play this all night.
Oh, Aleph, Noah's in the Discord as at Nerdface.
Yeah, Nerdface, that's me.
Oh my god, fucking time warp. That throws me back. I used to go to Rocky Horror Things downtown with friends.
Gloomiest Maximus. That's me when I'm depressed.
So the rest of these screenshots, we have this one. This is a picture. It looks like Charon's room. We can see their art all over the place and like the glowy and the drippy ceiling.
Goop!
Indeed. Where the fuck is this? Dunno. We'll find out.
I think it's a train. Looks like a train to me.
That is true. There is a scene on a train. It's literally in the fucking trailer. Oh, and here. Okay, that's Credea Jivik right back there. Credea confirmed canon. And then we've got all these other patrons, all these beautiful background trolls, and fucking Vicair. Hello. And one more. Zebedee. Hell yeah. So that's all we got for Half Stop Act 2 right now. It just says tickets available soon. It's like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? But, like, it's chill. It's chill. I'm pumped. It's chill. I'm pumped.
Bees? Sorry, I didn't mean to...
I was babbling, so, like, that's fine.
I didn't mean to interrupt your sick flow there, but I just needed to bees? It's him to... It's him to fuck bees. It's hip to fuck bees. Bees.
That is a lot of trolls in one screenshot.
It's hip to fuck bees. So says Solix. Yeah, the bee movie certainly taught us that. Sure did. It's hip to fuck bees, but the bees were me all along.
Oh my god. Okay, I swear to fuck, this is our last piece of community news, okay? We're gonna do a check-in with Rev Scarecrow. How does Rev Scarecrow feel about all this new Homestuck content?
How do you feel, Rev Scarecrow, about all this Homestuck content?
Make it stop. That is his answer. To make it fucking stop. Yeah, live footage of Rev Scarecrow trying to hit the brakes on the continued rush of Homestuck content recently. This poor fucking guy, he didn't sign up for all of this. But he didn't sign up for all of this. And I feel for him, but I'm glad he's here.
But he kind of did, though, didn't he?
He kind of did a little bit when he said that he would read Homestuck if people donated money. So
I think that was actively him signing up to do it.
He signed up for this when with the very first time he played Hive Swap Act 1.
It was an eventuality. Homestuck gets us all in the end. You can't fight the Homestuck.
Fuck you.
I had to put it in there. I had to say it. I had to work it in. And I saw my chance and I took it.
Yeah.
Can't blame me for being an opportunist.
Okay. That's fair. Alright. So, with that, 36 minutes in, we're fucking finally finished with community news in time to get this motherfucking game open.
The horse is Homestuck.
Thought he was beating a dead horse, but he realized the horse was alive, standing and right within kicking range.
And the horse has Hussey's face. Like the handsome horse from that dating sim, but it's Hussey instead of a handsome man.
Oh my god, that fucking phone app. God, that was so weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got into it because of a Hive Swap. True, that's right. It was the Jacksepticeye videos, right? I remember this. Your friends got Homestuck for you live vlogging Carcat's route and instantly adopting him. That is super valid. That is so fucking valid. Okay, so it's time to
role play
game.
Yeah, it's kind of doing both a little bit, right?
Yeah.
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 So, as you can see, by the stream title, Vriska. We're starting with Vriska. I know that this won't be the 8th character, but you know what? We out here tonight.
We out here.
It's Vriska time.
It's Vriska time. It's Vaska time. Vriska time.
Okay. Volume 6, Route 2, The Scourge of the High Seas. Blake, but they're at a wedding. Oh no. Oh, I will try and... Okay, here's the deal with the backlog of YouTube videos. The Homestuck 2 stream is still fucking processing because I got a fucking copyright claim for playing Crab Guy by Broadway Carcat.
I'm the crab guy. Duh. Oh wait, I probably shouldn't sing it. In case this one gets copyright strike too.
It, like, the funny thing is, so they're because the thing is, they're trying this new experimental thing where it's like, you can mute the whole chunk of time or only mute the music. So I selected only mute the music, and the preview that it gave me only removed the audio for, like, the instrumental parts. So I was like, okay, well, if I can have at least part of the song in there, because it's not Broadway, it's not fucking Billie Eilish, it's Broadway Carcat. So it's been processing for, like, 10 fucking hours now. I have the thumbnail ready. I just want to fucking post it already. It's been uploaded since Monday. I was on top of this shit. However, I will have this stuff uploaded as soon as possible.
The two separate characters are Vriska and Vriska.
Yeah. Don't sing it too well.
I fucking hate the future, bro. I'm sick of this shit.
Okay. So, here's how we're gonna roll tonight. I'm gonna be reading MSPA Reader, and Noah is gonna be reading Vriska and anyone else that may come up if there's any cameos in here.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. So, without further ado, we are gonna finally fucking start this baby.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have some water.
Lubricate. Sorry, I probably shouldn't say the word lubricate as you're taking a sip of water. Sorry. You can swallow. I'm literally the worst. I'm sorry. I will take a sip in solidarity.
It's good.
Solidarity sip.
Lubricant. See, you have to have a taste of your own fucking medicine.
I'm sorry. I think I deserve that.
It's okay. I'm not actually mad about it. Okay.
Pirate ship spotted.
Play Gamzee. No, we started with Vriska. No, Noah can only be here for one stream. Tomorrow's stream is going to be back to just me. And so, with that in mind, you will respect the wishes of one wonderful Noah to participate in the Vriska-ing.
The Vaska. I want the Vriska. Because I stand Vriska and she did nothing wrong.
I know you're saying that just to bother me, because we had this conversation like 4 fucking hours ago.
It's true, I don't stand Vriska. I stand Terezi. Which is the correct choice.
I stand by you standing Terezi.
Thank you.
You have opinions on at least one choice this
Vriska
time.
did nothing wrong! That's a really bad taco voice and I'm sorry.
Okay, so I will refer to you then, Aleph, for the choice, just in case you have opinions. Okay. What is... I just instinctively...
Alright.
Okay. Actually, fucking doing this. The Vriska-ing. Let's go.
We're jumping in.
Your latest narrative jaunt has you walking down an Alternian shore. The 2 moons light up this beach cove in shades of pink and lime green, their reflections playing at shimmering patterns in the gentle waves. It would be... Oh, thing that I forgot to say, I wanted to say at the beginning, Noah has not read the Vriska route yet.
Oh yeah, I'm reading this, I'm in this with fresh eyes. I am the audience stand-in, you know? My reactions are all 100% true and genuine because I'm just really behind on everything. Yeah.
That's fair. And yes, I did get the bonus achievements, and we're going to be going through all of that bonus stuff. I promise. I am very fucking thorough.
Aleph, you're so valid for your choices in standing. Your stan activities.
No, that's super fucking valid. You only saw the Gamzee sprites. Okay, yeah. But yeah, so that is the status of things, and now I'm going to actually keep fucking reading because it's literally 11:45. And this route is long. So we gonna be here a while. It would be beautiful if not for the haggard, monstrous gulls picking the flesh from dead and pungently rotting fish, crabs, and even one of their own. You keep your distance as they eye you warily, gore on their chipped beaks. These are not potential friends.
That's what you think.
Everywhere you jump, serendipity seems to guide your hand. But would it be right to call you fortunate? The night is cool, almost cold. You kick a pure white seashell down the beach. It skips gracelessly in the dark gray sand. You have brought friends together and just barely begun to master this tremendous and strange new power. But no, you think, you are not fortunate. As you walk alone down the sand that's still radiating stored up heat from the searing day, you feel a pang. Something is missing. You know you felt this way before, but you can't place when. You have a gulf within you, the width and breadth of this ocean. An isolation so plain, so true, that it seems impassable, invincible. You step on a weird bug and you don't even care.
Heartless.
Yes, you are filled with a sudden, almost comforting conviction. Nothing you have done on your journey has really made a difference.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt. I just want to jump in and be like, I'm just really getting that like the key words are jumping out at me for light and void. Like light. Are you fortunate? Doesn't feel like it. Feels like you haven't made an impact. And then Vriska's gonna come in, and that's all gonna change. Continue.
Yeah,
That's my prediction.
That's a good spot.
Analysis.
That's a good spot.
All right. Rip the weird bug.
Calling it now, we're gonna go overtime? Oh, fucking absolutely. That was...
100%.
I already, even before we took, like, half an hour to do community news, I was already like, we're gonna go overtime with Vriska's route. It's long. And there's so much to talk about.
It's because there's 2 of us now.
Oh, yeah.
So
which means it's gonna...
It's dialogue.
Oh, yes.
Extended dialogue.
Noah is making wiggly eyebrows at me.
Yes.
R.I.P. that weird... Oh, true. F in chat.
Excellent.
Okay. If you can pick up and put down the lives of these alien weirdos and human weirdos and shake them like an Etch-a-Sketch when things go wrong, are you really accomplishing anything? Or are you just building shitty castles in the sand with flimsy plastic implements? Castles that won't mean shit for nothing when the tide rises? You've decided. You are a creature of solitude. You are a rock. You are an island. From now on, you walk alone.
No man is an island.
No man is an island but me. That fucking... Are you thinking of the song that I'm thinking of?
I am an island.
Yes!
Yeah.
God, I fucking love Femi-C.
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
Stop it! Okay, we're gonna be yelling at each other about pronunciation the entire time, also.
Femi-C?
I pronounce it Femi-C, okay?
Femi-C. Hi, I'm Femi-C.
Fuck off. That we don't say F for... Then they go to the bad place.
Summer team womance?
Oh, that's a... I love that Paradox Space one. The description of Vriska? Oh, yeah, it's really good. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm getting yelled at for my pronunciation by Bridge now, too.
Me-see.
Go on. Continue.
We're gonna keep reading to get to that good description of Vriska that Aleph is referencing. There may be an angled figure crouched with terrible posture on the dock. Wow. There may be an angled figure crouched with terrible posture on a dock ahead. Sure. That figure may be sitting next to an intriguing-looking moored ship, yes. But surely one glimpse of a potential life to meddle in won't immediately make you fall off the wagon back to a life of itinerant friendship. Right? Oh, sweet, a new friend.
Wow, there she is.
And cue Super Ego.
Is this a Megalovania remix?
Nope.
Okay.
It's just regular Super Ego.
Okay, I just heard the chord and I was like, I'm not over familiar with Homestuck music. I know all the key pieces, like the famous ones, and like the bops. But I'm not familiar with Super Ego. I just heard the guitar and like that one particular riff and I was like, is that like Megalovania but slightly to the left?
Yeah, no, this is straight up Super Ego. Does anyone remember what album this is from? Because I forget. I feel like it's from Alternia Bound, or maybe one of the volume albums after that. Maybe Volume 5? Was Volume 5 after Alternia and Alternia Bound?
Pointy Vriska, Pointy Vriska, Pointy Vriska, Pointy Vriska!
Yeah. I can't one thing I forgot to talk about during community news was they're fucking around and shuffling all of the albums means that none of the music credit links are correct anymore. So that's great. But that's an aside. And also it means that none of the dates are correct anymore. So hopefully I know the wiki's been under fire lately, but hopefully they've at least done a good enough job of keeping track of what things came out on what dates. Because I don't fucking know. They look better scaled up. They do look really good. Yeah, the sprites are fucking great. I love them. Pointy. Pointy, pointy, pointy. Okay. Yeah, so. Oh, sweet, a new friend. God damn it. You amble over to the girl hunched on the dock like the stupid thembo friend slut you are, doing an acrobatic fucking pirouette off the wagon. She hasn't even seen you yet. She hasn't seen you yet, so you watch her like a creep. She's leaning over a complicated pile of papers, erasing boxes and filling them in again. Every once in a while, she pauses to roll various dice. As soon as you take one step onto the wooden dock, she looks up and jumps with a feline quickness into a standing position, looking immediately ready for a fight.
Whoa. What are you?
You raise your hands in a pathetic sort of I'm innocent and weak motion, which for you is basically any motion. Oh, an aside, a technical aside.
Mm-hmm.
So you can also advance with the spacebar. So I think when they get to your lines, I'll let you advance with the spacebar.
Okay.
So it will be easier for you to flow.
Sounds good.
That's a great face. Also, Vembo friends let me.
Fucking relatable.
Oh, it's Colors and Mayhem. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Side B.
Mm-hmm. How do you not feel the pure essence? Like, the pure essence is, like, it's fucking there. It's good shit. I love the high contrast shadows on her robot arm.
It's so dramatic, and that's why it fits.
Yes.
Also, I love her little claws. Look at her claws.
Yeah. You raise your hands in a pathetic sort of, oh, I read this already, which for you is basically any motion.
Wait a second. You're that weirdo that was bothering Kanaya, aren't you?
Yep, you're exactly that weirdo, and now you're here saying hello to a new stranger, and maybe make a new friend. Isn't that great?
Great. Just what I needed. More meddling. I know I'm the coolest, but I'm kind of busy right now. Big campaign tonight.
Dude, you are so good at campaigns, you tell her. You're all about hope and change. You helped Al Gore hang a Chad, Tippecanoe, and Tyler too. Okay, so these are US historical references that I went on. So, credit for this goes to Spooky on Discord, who I was talking to in Optimistic Duelist Discord server, who very helpfully explained these references because I was trying to Google them and I was so fucking confused. So I'm just gonna verbatim read because they had a very good way of explaining it. The Al Gore thing is basically during the 2000 election between Al Gore and George W. Bush, there was a lot of issues with the election machines, which there always are. In a punch card machine, the little pieces of paper that get punched out are chads. So a hanging chad is an incompletely punched option, which was an issue because they're not read properly. Hanging chad became a buzzword during the election, and this goes to show that MSPA reader kind of has an incomplete knowledge of what the hell he's talking about, as is typical for Homestuck characters. Because he's like, yeah, I helped them hang a chad. Not what that term is actually supposed to fucking mean. So, Tippecanoe and Tyler 2 was the slogan for Harrison and Tyler in the 1840 US presidential election. So a long fucking time ago. Basically, both these mentions are MSPA readers saying, boy, I sure know about paperwork, bureaucratic, and electoral processes. So that's the end of that quote. Thank you again so much, Spooky, for helping me out with this. We'll come back to, they helped me out with one other thing on here. But yeah, basically, MSPA reader right now is under the impression that Vriska is talking about a
political campaign.
Yes. Yeah, I know. It's, of course, Kate would be the one to put the fucking US political references in here. It happened in your state. Oh, so you're fucking sick of hearing about this shit, aren't you? Yeah. You were barely alive.
I don't hang chads, but I sure am a hung chad.
Fuck off! Oh my god.
I'm the funniest person who ever lived.
Oh my god.
You and me both, Odd. You and me both.
MSPA never played D&D. Yeah.
MSPA, the protagonist lived by a stump. Of course, they never played D&D. Lived basically under a rock, which is close to under a stump.
Mm. And then the end of Hype Swap Friendship happened, which you also have not played, right? Or did you watch?
No. I'm like, God, okay. Homestuck hasn't been like a major hyperfixation for me since like 2016. I'm much more of a casual Homestuck fan now. And I basically only engage in like the fan, like I still like looking at fan art and stuff and then like reading posts that people make about it, but I don't tend to engage directly with the content anymore. Like, I didn't finish the epilogues. I got most of the way through Candy, but I didn't even start Meat. And I'm doing this, but...
Yeah, and then I showed up and was like, yell about Homestuck with me.
And I was like, sure. Got nothing else to do on a Friday night? Sounds good to me.
Oh god, Aleph realized something awful. Stealth foreshadowing for Vriska running as a presidential candidate against Jane and Homestuck squared. Oh god. That's cursed.
Who would you rather have as president, Jane or Vriska? That's the real discourse.
Oh god. I mean, I don't think anyone could in good conscience say Jane.
Yeah.
But Vriska is Vriska.
Yeah.
Vriska's Vriskaing.
Vriska's be Vriskaing. Here's the thing about Vriska, though, is that even though, like, I don't know, I feel like, because making hard judgments on characters, specifically, like, good and evil, like, you know, people talk about evil characters, but in a text or, like, universe, I guess, as complex and fleshed out as Homestuck, I don't think that those kinds of binaries really exist, because like even like the building blocks of like the world, like the aspect wheel, like even those like are more of concepts than anything. So I think that I don't know. I don't think Jane is evil. Like, yeah, she did some fucked up shit, and that's true.
She's really in it.
She's really in it. She's in a really bad mindset, and I don't like trying to picture Vriska as in like a position of power. Yes, I think she would probably abuse it to a certain extent. But I also feel like she wants people to see her in a good light. So I don't think she would do anything so terrible that, cause, yeah. She just wants people to care about her and the things that she does. So she'll want to make an impact for sure. She'll want to stir up something.
That bad mindset is capitalist. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's good. That's some good points. Now, follow-up question. Noah, what's your opinion on this? Dirk or Jane?
God, okay. I mean, geez. I think Dirk has proved... I mean, they've both kind of proved that they are not to be trusted with any sort of authoritative power. Like, neither of them can handle it responsibly. Jane with the in-universe power that she has, and Dirk with the metatextual power that he has. So, both of the... Impeach them both. Carcat for president.
Yeah. Jane or Dirk? The answer is Carcat.
Yes.
Alright. Wanting to be here and wanting to fly around and wreck things until she feels better. Yeah. That is true. Alright, let's delve a little more into this character. We are barely into this thing and it's already... Oh my god, it's break time. Let's just... Okay, we're gonna keep going until the first choice and then take a break. God, we're gonna be here so long.
That's totally fine.
It's chill. We have all night. But, okay. Right, so that was right. I stopped for the helped Al Gore hang a Chad, Tippecanoe, and Tyler too.
What the fuck? What even the fuck are you saying? Don't call me dude. Or anything else, for that matter?
Those gender feels. Don't call me dude.
Don't call me dude.
I'm chill with dude. I'm not chill with, like...
Miss.
Ladies.
Young ladies.
Oh my god, the number of times I've been with, like, friends or whatever, and they're like, ladies,
yeah,
and we're all
exactly.
like, ugh.
Yeah. How about you just don't gender strangers in public? Like, or, like, at all, you know? Like, why do you feel the need to see a group of people and be like, these are definitely women? And then refer to them as such.
Don't fucking talk to me, Vriska 2019. Oh, yes, hello, Sleepy Cat Bat. Hello again. But yeah, no, that's a good quote. Don't fucking talk to me, Vriska 2019. Okay. You mean Oh, that was a voice crack. You mean you're down to help? Maybe be her campaign manager?
Ha! I'm the captain here, buddy. But as it happens, I'm currently all out of first mates. Wanna be a swabby?
Oh, it's like a boat thing.
Yes?
So that's why there's a boat there. What are all the papers on the ground for?
The campaign, dumbass. They're the character sheets for me, the greatest petticoat sea grift ever to sail the 8 seas. One of our friends was raised in a cave and she still knows what flarp is.
Nepeta! Nepeta, I love you. Oh, what the fuck did you just put in my chat?
What?
Someone sent a link in chat. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's a Case song. Oh, it's literally called Don't Talk to Me. Nice. Feel on the least bit?
Hello?
What trolls haven't been referenced yet? Okay,
I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, that's right, you haven't. Well, you've watched the YouTube, right? So, wait.
Yeah, I totally watched
So-
all of the YouTubes. Oopsies.
Feferi has not been mentioned yet.
Pfeffery.
Stop it.
Go on.
No, it's Joe. Feferi has not been mentioned yet. Feel free to just correct me, whatever. Equius has not been mentioned yet.
Mm-hmm.
Permission to minor spoiler. I guess. I mean, if you're just saying a character that gets mentioned during this route or during the other route, then that's fine to say. I think that's fine. Just to say that someone is mentioned, just as long as we don't mention the explicit list of characters that speak in this route. Oh, that's true. Equius does get mentioned by GameZ. And Nepeta, well, Nepeta's referenced here as well as in volumes earlier. I think it's just... Yeah, I need to look at a list of fucking the zodiac signs to figure this out.
Aradia.
Has been mentioned.
Tavros.
Has been mentioned.
Solix.
Has been mentioned.
Karkat.
Yeah.
Nepeta.
Yep.
Kanaya.
Yep.
Terezi.
Yep.
Vriska.
Yep.
Equius.
Yep.
Gamzee.
Yeah. Aridin, yes.
Aridin. Pfeffery.
Okay. Okay, so Feferi's the only one that hasn't been mentioned yet.
Terezi's been mentioned?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. In Karkat.
I think? Or it was Kanaya's? Yeah, but...
I haven't gotten around to watching them yet, I'm sorry. I'm busy.
That's chill. That's fair.
Tavros?
Yes, our boy does get mentioned. An Easter egg that arguably counts as a Feferi reference?
God,
Oh, fuck.
okay.
Okay, if I miss any of the Easter eggs, please tell me, because I'm pretty sure that I've got all of them in my notes, but...
Okay. Pfeffery and Vriska, so good. They're really good. I started to write, I'm never going to finish this fic, but I started to write a Vriska Pfeffery, like, fic, and I called it The Pirate and the Princess. And it was, like, really stupid and convoluted, but I just really enjoy their dynamic, so I started to make that happen. But I'm never going to publish it, so I'm just teasing you at this point. Cuddlefish. Thank you so much. I'm valid.
Okay, let's keep going. Well, you can zap over to the cave and ask her then. Her look of indifference is immediately replaced with a tilt of the head as though your threat to leave caught her attention.
Ew. Not unless you want to smell like cat piss for weeks and get high off secondhand nip. Look, it's simple. Pick a name and roll up some stats. For example, I am Marquise Spinneret Mindfang.
It's Marquise, please.
Marquise?
I am like 90% sure it's Marquise.
I'll trust you on this one because I definitely am just basing it off of how I think I would pronounce it.
Okay.
So we'll retake that one.
I think it's like the Marquis, like the
Marquis.
same pronunciation.
Yeah, Marquise.
Mm-hmm.
Marquesian. I think that makes sense. Marquise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
for
Okay. Okay. Retake. For example, I am Marquise Spinneret Mindfang. Oh, right. I'm doing that. I'm the Scourge of the I'm the Scourge of the high seas and undefeated champion of naval flarp. My colors on the horizon turn even high-bloods into sniveling cowards.
You say that sounds really cool, but aren't troll names 6 letters long? You mean, you've only met a couple before this, but for some reason you have a really strong sense of the rules here.
I'm in character here. Try to keep up.
You guess that explains the outfit. She seems really into this. Maybe weirdly into this. It's all a bit intense. Isn't this just a game?
Flarp is more than just a game. And I'm the best there is. How about this? If you agree to make a character and sail with me, I'll tell you what my real name is.
Oh, you found the Pfeff and you cried. Oh, is that good tears or bad tears? Aren't blue bloods high bloods? Yes.
I think specifically she was talking about purples.
Yeah, to an extent. High bloods is like... Yeah, I think high blood is like fuchsia, violet...
I think, like,
purple.
Colloquially, it's, like, specifically referenced to Gamzee's cast, though, because, the Grand High Blood.
Yeah.
Because anything above that is Sea Dweller. So it's easier just to say Sea Dweller. And then Equius is blue, and Vriska is blue. Because you can say blues, and that would kind of encompass teal, blue, and indigo. But then with purple, I think high blood specifically references purple. Because they're known to be like the most dangerous of the land-dwelling trolls.
The most accurate part of the human spectrum is that every different source of info has different terminology.
Yep.
Yeah, because at this point, I think she is using it to refer also to the sea dwellers, because those are the people who dominate in the flarp.
The naval flarp.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Flarp. Yeah. Made up for the points do not matter. Yep.
It's color Calvin ball, folks.
You look at her elaborate costume over at her ship and decide... Excuse me. and decide, why the hell not? You've already made your friend bed, now you have to sleep in it. Not that you're going to sleep or anything. That would be patently ridiculous.
Okay, let's walk you through this. You should be flattered that a master gamer like me is giving you the full tutorial. I had to read the books myself, with no help. The first thing you gotta do is roll values for each of the 10 dice rostra. Simple, right?
So, let's take a look at the sheet back here. Gaming flapstraction. So this is something that we see... Oh, fuck me.
What?
I was so determined to be thorough, but I didn't. I could have found a couple of pages in the comic to reference.
Where this is referenced? Yeah.
Yeah, where they used the flapstractions.
Oh, Kaylin is getting up from the seat and retrieving the Homestuck hardcover. That's okay. You scratched me with it a little bit, but it's fine. I'm giving you the play-by-play people. Kaylin is flipping through the pages. Vriska has appeared. There's Dog Scratch. We're going back. There's logs. We are trying to find the flapstraction pages. The Fluorite Octet has made an appearance. There's Hussy in cosplay. We are going back. This is the content you signed up for, people. This is the content we are committed to giving you. There's Pfeffrey, my beautiful, precious buff angel, dragging a whole ass whale through the water. Okay, tangent here. Everybody is, like, people are always like, Pfeff is such a prep. Pfeff is a jock. This is the thing you have to understand. Like, yes, she, like, cares for animals and whatever, and I guess that kind of makes her, like, nerdy or preppy or whatever, but, like, she carried a whole-ass whale through the ocean, and, like, water is thick and viscous, man. Swimming and carrying something at the same time is difficult. Pfeffrey is a jock. She's ripped. Whoops. What's going on? Whoops. Okay. What?
No, I got it. That's where it was.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. She is athletic and buff. I think Aridin is a nerd. He's a history nerd and he's a prep. So that's my hot take.
I'm so mad I can't fucking find this. It's a book. It's supposed to make this easier.
It's the physical comic.
I'm looking for the page numbers, the panels where it does the flashback to them flarping.
Fef is a jock, Aridin is a prep. Okay, while Caitlin goes through this, I'm just gonna go through all the trolls and like assign them a place on the prep, goth, jock, nerd scale. Okay, so starting at Aradia. Aradia, all goth all the way. She's goth. She's goth with a little bit of nerd in there. She's a gothy nerd. Easy. Tavros, definitely nerd. Kind of on the preppy side. Yeah, kind of on the preppy side. Just like a little bit. And then we go to Sullik. Sullik is all nerd all the time. You could argue that because of the raw power of his mind things that he qualifies a little bit as a jock. I would say that Sullik is he's not the pinnacle of nerd. He's like definitely on the nerd end of the spectrum, but he's like a little bit up there. You give up?
Yeah.
Oh, but I really wanted to continue talking about this. And we've got Karkat. Karkat's a little bit hard to place. I think, like, definitely more on the nerd scale than the jock scale, and definitely more prep than goth. And before you yell at me, he loves rom-coms, and there's nothing preppier than rom-coms. I'm just saying. Nepeta is completely feral and off of this chart completely. She has her own chart, and it's just a circle that says baby.
Feral baby.
Feral baby. Have you ever met a baby? All babies are feral.
Okay, but not all babies are murderous.
That's true.
Nepetta's a very specific kind of feral baby.
Yeah. Feral baby. Okay, we can just continue with this. We'll come back to that if we need to fill space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good plan.
It's good content.
Yeah. So anyway, I can't fucking find the panels because these goddamn books. I mean, well, I know I'm looking in the wrong fucking act, whatever. I'm pretty sure it was an Act 5, Act 1. Anyway.
Nepeta did say furry rates.
There are panels where, in the scene where Vriska jumps Tavros over the cliff,
Sorry, I have to call attention to this. Karkat wears a turtleneck. That's peak prep. You're so correct. You are so correct. You could not be more correct. He also just wears sweatpants. Karkat goes to Starbucks and orders a pumpkin spice latte, and then sits at a table on his laptop writing. Like that's who he is. Like
that's who he.
That's who he is.
Yeah. Oh, you missed the end of that.
Because he's depression. That too. He's depression prep. He's depression. My favorite thing to do with
You're kidding, Karkat.
My favorite thing to do with Karkat in like human stuff is like he runs a blog that just critiques movies, and he just like essays and essays about movies that he watches, and like he actually has like a small substantial following. And then like, you know, Dave with the Sweet Bro Hella Jeff movies, I've almost written this where it's like Dave has these god-awful movies and somebody's like, Karkat, hey Karkat, you should review these movies. I think you'd really like them. And he just goes off and writes like 1 billion essays on why the Sweet Bro Hella Jeff movies are pieces of shit. And then Dave like sees them and he's like, damn, that's awesome. And then that's how they meet and fall in love. Hitch AU? What's the hitch? Hitch is in like what's the Will Smith? Like the Will Smith movie? Hitch?
Yeah. Go off on your Hitch AU in the chat. We'll come back to it. when you're finished, they're just gonna keep motoring forward and,
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
So, these are referenced. There are panels in the comic if I could fucking find them. So, just gonna read the sheet now. Gaming Flapstractions. The Stat Bat is the first and most important of the Flapstractions you'll be summoning in Flarp. It displays your attributes and vitals. This is important because your vitals will constantly fluctuate based on a number of factors, including real and physical performance and vitality. Summoning a stat bat is the first thing to do upon creating your character. So, creating a character. Flarp has a simple 3-step character creation process that lets you easily decide on both your proficiencies and abilities by setting various attributes, which automatically determine your class. Rolling the dice rostra. You first need to fill out the various rostra of your attribution sconce by making 10 dice rolls of varying complexity.
I love the word sconce.
I know, it's so good. The rolls that are hidden by the chat box, we'll see those more later, so I'm not gonna bother with fiddling the UI. She pops a huge bag of dice out of her Silodex and starts handing you groups at a time. You roll 2d4 for Dice Rostrum Throne of the Empress and get 2 1s. You roll 6d6 for Dice Rostrum Conductor's Stand and 6 fucking snake eyes staring up at you from the wood of the dock.
Wow, you're really bad at this.
Take the insult lying down. You've got to hand it to her. When she's right, she's right. And she's right, so she's right. You finished all 26 dice rolls required for this game, and you've gotten the lowest on each one. What rotten luck.
I have never seen anyone roll this low before. I didn't even know you could get a 0. It's okay. We can save this by putting the stats in the right place.
She flips to another page of the player's handbook that shows you the attributes of Flarp. For some reason, you can read them, despite just arriving on this planet for the first time. The first time. Really?
Really? Are you sure about that?
Right?
So, your Vim, Grit, Pulchritude. Am I saying that right?
I think it's Pulchritude.
Pulchritude?
Yeah.
Pulchritude. And Grace combine with real-life vitals to make your HP.
John Cena meme, are you sure about that?
That's literally what I was referencing.
Heard of Table Stuck? Yeah,
Yep.
Table Stuck is pretty sweet.
I tried to play it, but it was too complicated. I'm too attached to D&D. I just can't let go of it.
We have to wake up at 9:30, just keep going. Yep, we're moving. Wait, real life vitals? Your body is weak and shitty. Is this some kind of hardcore game? The most dangerous game? If you die in the game, do you die in real life?
Sword Art Online? Yeah. You didn't know?
The sheer combined shock of what you don't know could kill an elephant quicker than Thomas Edison trying to discredit an immigrant. And this is the other reference that the wonderful Spooky explained to me on Discord. The Edison thing was Edison wanting to discredit Tesla because his electrical system used direct current and Tesla wanted to develop and use alternating current, which was largely better and more efficient at carrying voltage over long distances, DC and AC respectively. Edison couldn't sue his former employees since he didn't own the rights to the AC tech, so he tried to discredit him by showing how dangerous it was by basically inventing the electric chair and demonstrating it by electrocuting an elephant to death. So that's fucked up. Wow. But thank you again to Spooky for filling me in. I really did appreciate that because Google was giving me just like way too much information at once and I was really confused. Oh, Hitch AU. We have information. It's basically that Karkat is acting as Hitch, aka a fucking real-ass matchmaker, and in this case specifically for John and Dirk. Though I'm conflicted for who yet. Meanwhile, Dave finds out from Terracy that Karkat is matchmaking and is like, the fuck? This is the wildest shit I've ever heard of. I'm vlogging this shit for my YouTube channel. And then shenanigans ensue for Dave and Karkat trying to assist Dirk and John, but they're too busy falling in love.
Wow. Sounds good.
Yeah. No, I love that.
Official Sword Art Online stuff content? Hello? But then someone exposes Dave's treacherous Youtube activities and Karkat gets really fucking upset about it. But Teresi convinces Karkat to actually watch the vids, which totally showed Dave falling totally in love with Karkat. The end.
Time-bound ass history jokes. Yeah, Kate put, like, I think this is the extent of the history jokes at this point. But, yeah, you got it. I super didn't. I was like, I know that Edison stole this idea from someone, but I don't remember the name right now. Fuck.
Nikola Tesla.
Mm-hmm. You remember hearing about that a while ago. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure I learned about this shit in high school, but, like, it's been a few years since I was in high school.
You're old. It's just a joke, bro. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, you're lying.
You get to roll again when you level up, so you won't be so pathetic forever. I mean, if you survive. But with a Scourge
like me by your side.
you're on easy street. I'm jealous of you, really.
You gulp and nod. Okay, let's finish this. The Marquise grins. Her lipstick smears a bit where her fangs jut out. You'd think that's just how it is for trolls wearing lipstick, but Kanaya's was perfect. She pulls an 8-ball out of her pocket and smashes it suddenly and violently on the dock. You jump at the noise. She looks at you pitifully, and then decides not to make fun of you. Out of the wrecked plastic sophistic sphere, a gross fucking grubby worm appears. It's like the size of a wiener dog. In its wriggling, you see that it's pulsating.
Hot. Go on.
Covered in the blue-tinted family recreation water once inside an 8-ball, the grub's swollen ovipositor glistens. It extends to deposit a massive brood of eggs, each glowing in the center with a slowly pulsating LED light. This is so fucking gross. You look away and dry heave a bit, leaning off the dock. So far, this game sucks ass.
Jeeg. Don't tell me you've never seen a game grub before.
You tell her you have never seen a game grub before. Also, maybe she should give a content warning before she makes you watch a thing that includes a glistening ovipositor. What? Ah, shit. Yeah, that was pretty gross. Here. You bring up the pause menu, click on warnings, and give it a read before making an informed decision. Have those been there the whole time? I'm pretty sure the answer is no. But, basically, they did add a warning section down here where you have to click on the titles. Is anyone wanting to look at the content warnings? Or would you rather...
Nani? Nani? Nani kore?
In the meantime, while waiting for responses to the content warning question, I'm going to look at the link that Aleph just tossed in.
Nihongo ga hanasemasu ka?
How do you do this?
Do what? Speak Japanese?
Sure.
Duolingo, buddy. O mizu o kudasai?
Oh, a different, we're going to just give music mock-up. Cool. I'll listen to that a little bit later.
Bruv?
James Wishes from fucking Feral. You're curious. Okay, let's see. So, Volume 6 Group 2, The Scourge of the High Seas, Vriska. Cannibalism, animal. Mind control, arachnids and insects, in detail. Lore, gore, death. Parental mistreatment. Gender and identity discomfort. Strangulation. Dyspraxia. Stimming. United States politics, historical. And panic attacks.
There's stimming? Bro, I stim.
That's a big move.
I be stimming.
Oh, you got the ring.
I got a spinner ring!
I've been meaning to invest in something.
It was a gift from Trinity.
Aw, it's cute.
Stim time? It's stim time? It's real stimming hours.
Yes.
You guys, I'm Stimmy Turner.
Fuck. I've been meaning to, I've been bouncing back and forth on investing on some sort of, see, the thing is, because, I'm constantly biting my lip, and it's not good. And if I'm not doing that, then it's, I'll find myself, getting snacks, just so I have something to chew on.
Oh, I really feel that.
or chewing, gum and stuff.
Cookie. Can you pass me a cookie?
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
I'm eating on stream now.
ASMR. How does that feel in your ears?
Okay, long story short, my only thing that I'm not sure about is I don't know what firmness, because there's the 3 firmnesses on that website that has the good stimming things. I don't know what, like, firmness I need. I don't know. Also, I'm really bad at making decisions. Oh, thank you, Bridge. I was just gonna grab that.
Stimming is when you gotta do the movie thing and then you can't stop. Every time I have to explain what stimming is, I end up, like patting my leg to demonstrate. I'm like, I swear I just, like, maybe I'll just start patting my leg and then I can't stop. And then I try to stop and I'm like, fuck, now I just have to keep doing it.
It's okay hand? Yeah, I've been looking for something like that chewy thingies. But yeah,
it's specific.
Kinda like,
it's specific to like ASD and ADHD and anxiety and stuff like that.
Yeah, generally manifest with those. I find that, like, what's it called? I don't remember where the fuck I was going with this. Anyway, so ADHD, maybe autism. Yeah, y'all, I'm, like, in the process right now of trying to, like, I have, like, a referral for a psychoeducational assessment. But we need to figure out if the fucking insurance will cover it, so...
I'm big ADHD, man.
I'm, like, very likely somewhere along there. Very likely.
It's a spectrum.
Yeah, you know. But anyway, so that is the content warnings for this.
I'm excited to get to the part where there's 4. Just putting it out there.
That's... God, you're so fucking valid.
Especially since Vriska's involved. Okay, there was this one time where I was just, like, on Tumblr and I was looking at tags. I don't remember how I got there. I was just clicking shit. And I somehow ended up on the Homestuck vor tag, which is a thing that exists. And
yeah,
a lot of
surprised.
it...
I'm not surprised.
A lot of it was Vriska. Like, a lot of it was Vriska.
God. Okay, let's get this train back on the tracks, okay?
Let's get this train wreck moving.
Okay. You bring up the pause menu, click on warnings, and give it a read before making an informed decision. Have those been there the whole time? Vriska taps her foot impatiently while you fuck around in the game client.
How do we know her name? Suddenly, all of a sudden.
True. Fuck.
I wonder if that
especially
was on purpose or accident.
Especially because that must be an accident, because later on she makes a big deal about, I'll only tell you my name if you do this.
Right. Better hit up Kate Marsh or whatever her name is.
Kate Mitchell.
Kate Mitchell. I need to start with an M. Better hit up Kate Mitchell and be like, hey Katie, you missed something.
Please don't. Oh my god. Please
Time
don't.
to start drama. Vrisk course.
No. Stop. There's already been so much fucking Vrisk course about this. Okay. For some reason, seeing a full list of content warnings isn't easing your anxiety about what's ahead. It reminds you of something that once made you really angry. In fact, you're especially worried about the gore and death tags. Maybe you should just peace out of this.
Peace.
Yeah, that honestly, I find that with content warnings, certain ones, it will make me more anxious if I know it's coming.
Yeah.
Than if it just, like, happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's basically no harm whatsoever in you yeeting out of this one, and it might save you a drowning for good measure. Not that flirtation with dangerous ends is exactly rare for you. Okay, so here's the first choice.
We're taking a break.
Yeah, we should have taken a break half an hour ago. We're gonna be here until fucking 3 in the morning again. This is gonna be a while. You only have one serious one you need to be warned for.
Everybody share your triggers in the chat below. I'm kidding, I'm making a joke. This is a parody.
Yeah.
You don't have to do
This is
that.
a parody of the gross internet culture expectation that everybody needs to put their traumas on the fucking table always, all the time.
Yes.
I know, I'm so sorry, Aleph. We're trying to speed it along. But for right now, we have both been talking for an hour and a half without stopping, so...
We're both going to sit on opposite ends of Caitlin's beds and stare at our feet in silence for, like, 5 minutes.
Basically. This is gonna be, like, dead-ass silent here. is we're probably not going to be physically capable of being dead ass silent for that long.
Probably not.
But, okay. So it's break time. Break text. Oh, hello? There we go.
Back on live.
Mm-hmm. You're getting a cookie? That's a good idea. Okay. Oh, that's right. I normally go, let's see. Let me just get the music and the sound volume down so we can play our own music. And
Get it bumping.
yeah, okay. 5 minutes on the clock.
And we're back! Thank you so much for sitting with us during that commercial break.
That startled me.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Jump scare warning.
Okay. Break text is off the screen. Okay, we just gotta get that in-game music back. Okay. So. As usual. Oh yeah, just Ari, the candy flavored lip gloss. I totally ate that shit too. Like, I would put it on my lips and then lick it off deliberately. Like, I wouldn't eat it, like, directly from the tube.
Slurp?
But, you know. Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm an audioscape nightmare.
Okay, keeping this train rolling because we are so fucking behind in time. Starburst chapstick?
Please vote
Open
in
the
chat!
cap and just lick it.
Please.
Oh no, wait, not for this one.
Oh, not for this one?
So, here's the thing. The first one, we get the first short bad ending out of the way first, and then we'll pick the one that lets us continue moving. So we just
Okay.
kick it to the curb, kick that negativity the fuck out of here, and then we keep moving.
Roger that.
You drink it straight from the tube. That's a fucking power move.
Is it? Or is it just, like, a good way to get an upset stomach?
I think it's a fucking power move.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Stare someone directly in the eye and just, like, slurp back at, like, a fucking shot. Okay. Okay, so, bad end number 1. Peace out. You know what? You're not feeling up to tabletop gaming today. You close your eyes and feel yourself sink into another narrative.
Wait! Your loss. Aw, she looks so sad.
Yeah.
She really wanted to play with us.
Yeah.
Wow, she's just lonely. The two of you vibe? Do they mean us?
I think so.
Are we vibing? Are we vibing
Are
on
we
stream
vibing?
right now? Holy shit, babe, are we vibing?
Thank you, Aleph. I'm really glad that you're enjoying this content.
Yeah.
Change the world, my final message. Goodbye. Where the fuck is that from? I forget where that's from. Slurping back $50 lipstick at your friend's house. Yes. We hella vibe. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's get back into this.
Oh, sweet, a new friend.
Okay, now we're back. Play Flarp with Vriska. Comparing this to the Paradox-based D&D comic. Oh, true! The one where... Oh my god, do you know that one? Do you remember that one?
I feel like I remember seeing, like panels of it, but I don't know if I actually read it myself.
So basically, Terezi tries to get the Meteor group, to play D&D with her.
Yeah.
As an activity to pass the time.
Yeah, I remember that.
They all fuck around, and then they leave her at the table sad.
Why
And
would
that's the end.
Why would they do that to her?
That's so mean.
That's so... I would play Dungeons and Dragons with you, Terezi. I almost said Vriska. I would not play Dungeons and Dragons with Vriska because she seems like the type to god mod and metagame. She just wants to win.
Everyone fucking hated the ending of that comic. Yeah, everyone was upset. And then there were a bunch of, like, edits of it on Tumblr. I remember seeing edits on Tumblr that were like...
Terezi, okay, here's the difference. Terezi plays tabletop RPGs because she, like, I mean, like, yes, like, I'm talking about, like meta shit right now. Like, because, like, in comics, she just did it because it was fun. But, like, just like it's about, you know, like the characters and the actions that you take. It's about immersing yourself in the role play. Vriska just wants to fucking win and be better than everybody else. She's definitely the type of person who min-maxes her characters, and I despise that shit. I would rather make a character that was bad at stuff, but like interesting, like an interesting thing. Like I have characters where I've like where I deliberately want them to be bad at a thing, and then it plays into like their growth as like, because if you're not using roleplay to like explore the growth of the character and then explore your own growth through that, then what are you even doing? You just want to like prove that you're better than other people? Yeah, okay. Go roll some fucking time, man. Go back to Call of Duty. if you care so much about your KD ratio. It's my hot take.
That is a very hot take. That's piping hot.
Thank you. Yeah. It's a spicy take. It's quite zesty.
There's gets up, but she's RPing like Judge Judy. Yeah, I think that Terezi also enjoys games like D&D because they are so strictly rule and number based. Alongside the more improvisational sides, it does have like rules, pretty like a solid rule set with it too.
Yeah,
and she really relies on that.
Yeah.
I don't know who that person is, Aleph. Anyway, you know what? You're an informed reader and a prepared gamer. You've got this. You ask Vriska what's next. She points to one of the glowing, blinking eggs, which is hatching a pixelated-looking bat. It flaps its way into the air with a high-pitched squeak and starts glowing and projecting a holographic image of a torch.
Alright, all you have to do is assign your dice rostra on your attribution sconce.
Oh shit. What?
Pick your best and worst stats. Your top 2 stats determine your starting class. There's a lot of classes, but I'm already the best one.
Sounds like you've made some bad D&D mates to play with. Is this from personal experience?
There have been some. It's mostly like things that I've like read about or like seen, like people that I've like you know, in that internet sense where you kind of like see them on the street interacting with other people and you're like, God, I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
It's more of that. There have been a couple times where I've been like in a game with someone and they do something and I'm like, okay, but is that like actually like a character choice or are you trying to win D&D? Because you can't win D&D. You know that, right? You know that this is a storytelling game about telling a story and that it's not possible to win it. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, that's you.
Alright, well, that seems simple enough. Drag attributes into the dice rostrum you want to utilize for them. This decision is permanent, so make sure you are satisfied before pressing finalize and ensconcing them.
I'm going to ensconce you in a hug.
Oh, you know what?
Ensconce.
I'm going to ensconce you in a hug as well.
Excellent.
So, this page here is a Flarp character sheet. So, all of these attributes, I'm gonna start by reading over what each of these mean, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the mechanics of how this little sheet works.
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah,
We're Flarping!
We are. Pissicarus is indeed one of the class titles. I'm getting to it, Aleph. So, Vim is just Vim. Your Vigor, primary component of HP. High Vim makes you more durable, while low Vim makes you more dangerous when you're vulnerable. Ras is Rascality, your ability to get away with mischief. Rascality is your compliance matrix defense. Dex is Dexterity, the measure of your finesse, paired with GRA, Grace, for intricate tasks. PLC, Pulchritude, your suaveness and hard-boiled credentials, important for any action that requires charm or charisma. GRA, Grace, your ability to maintain your poise and smoothness, paired with Dexterity for intricate tasks. Appetite, your hunger and enthusiasm. High appetite makes you more effective in combat, while low appetite improves your passive healing. GRT, Man Grit. Grit isn't just for men, but it is what helps you lift safes or keep your cool when you're wounded. Hubris, your sheer confidence. Hubris. Your high hubris lets you overrule your clouder more successfully. Low hubris hubris. Do you see? I fucked up my pronunciation. Now I don't know which one to say.
It's hubris.
Okay.
Hubris. 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 Hubris.
Low hub.
Hub rice.
Increases your compliance matrix offense. LVG leverage. Leverage is the foundation of the balance of power between clouders. IMG imagination. Your inventiveness. Highly useful for all classes when clouding.
So it sounds to me like we need high imagination.
Can we acknowledge that having Hubris as a character stat is really good? Yes. Hugh Nutrient? Is that a person? I don't know who that is. Hub Rice.
Hugh Piss.
Yeah.
Hug Piss. Pig Piss. Sorry, now I'm just making reference to something else.
We're getting far enough removed from this that it just doesn't make sense anymore. Okay.
Good job, Pig Piss.
Okay. Father of James Isaac Newton. Oh.
James is
Cool. We're learning lots of history shit today. So,
the neutron style.
I'm gonna bring some stuff up on screen.
Oh, geez.
Yep.
That's a lot of words.
This is a lot of words. So, what is on screen right now is, I went through the game, I went through every single possible combination, and wrote down all of the titles.
Damn, bro.
Damn, bro, indeed. So, for the purposes of this video game, the only two that matter, in terms of affecting the way that some of the text goes, like the descriptions that you get, are the top two that will determine your class. The rest of them don't really change anything. I hope this is readable, because, like, I tried to make it readable.
So Vim plus Rax. So what did Vim stand for again?
Vim is just Vim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Vim plus Rascality is Unstoppable Prankmaster. Vim plus Dexterity is Pepster Chum. Vim
Speed read, go.
Vim plus Pulchritude is Real Humdinger. Vim plus Grace is Bristling Bon Vivant.
Speed read.
Vim plus App is Fontline Vanguard.
That's a typo.
Vim plus Grit Cast Iron Skill Set. Vim plus Hubris. Yeah, you changed it on me.
Sorry. I don't think we have time to read all of these out
Piss
loud.
Icarus, Vim plus Leverage, Fortified, Legate, Legate. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think we just have to blast through this. If we don't get Piss Icarus and running over to your house and protesting on your lawn, fucking come and get us.
You can't stop us. Petticoat
I mean, like,
Secret.
we can go with Piss Icarus. But anyway, I just want to highlight here. So there is
Boy Scarlark.
Scrappy Duo or Hottie with Body. But yeah, so the one that is highlighted in Tavros Brown is Boy Scarlark, which is Tavros's class, and the new highlight is Vriska's class, Petticoat Secret. And both of these have special responses if you enter them into your sheet.
Interesting.
So, Tavros's Boy Skylark is Appetite and Imagination. And then the rest of these we can just kind of slot in wherever. And now if we click Finalize. Hold up. Did I do that in the wrong order? I did that in the wrong order. I had an order that I wanted to do them in. Whatever, it's fine.
That's fine.
Your two highest attributes are Appetite and Imagination. Your starting class will be Boy Skylark.
Oh my god, you dopey big potential types are all the same. Good luck winning anything with that pathetic class. A max level Petticoat Secret and a level 1 Boy Skylark.
So, we're gonna take a step backwards.
Okay.
And do the other choices now. So, Boy Skylark, it does let you keep moving. But, so here's a little thing. So if we roll it back here, let's
What happened if we did red?
randomize sprucely. And then, no, wait a second, reset. Okay, so we've rolled back here. There's nothing on the sheet. If we try to roll forward to continue with the story without actually selecting one. Fuck, I fucked it up.
What?
the thing.
What thing?
There's a way to move back and forth without actually selecting them. Okay, give me a second. Randomize, finalize. Now if I go backwards, and then I go forwards again without putting anything in there.
Your 2 highest attributes are Stat 1 and Stat 2. Your starting class will be no class. I've got no class. Look, I appreciate you trying to break the game, but you really do need to choose a class.
And then it sends you back. And there's actually a funny thing to go with this.
Oh, is it funny? Are you sure it's funny? Are you sure
I think
about
it's fucking hilarious.
That's fine. Let's see, shall we?
So this is Trace who did the coding for this one. Just put out a quick bug fix update to Pesterquest. You can now see descriptions for all the Flarp stats, which I guess wasn't working in the first time the game was put out. Also, shout out to the one person I saw who figured out a way to progress without selecting a class and crash the game. There is now a contingency for that. So that is that. So that was put in an update after the fact. So yeah, that's that. And then the final bonus, the words are burning your retinas. That's really valid, and I'm sorry that's very hard to read. You will make it. I don't like the fact that those are all asterisks. Asterisks. Pissicarus instantly voted for it. Yeah. What do I do? Good to have contingencies. It is indeed. So there's one last one that will give us a special reaction, and that is if we choose Petticoat Secret, which is the same class as
Vriska.
So let's slot these all in. Random spots. Blah, 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 blah. Finalize. Your 2 highest attributes are Debris and Leverage. Yes. That way. Your starting class will be Petticoat Secret.
No doubles. Pick again. No doubles. Only I kin the marquise.
So
I'll kill you.
So if you try and pick the same one as Vriska, then you get sent back because no fucking doubles.
No fucking doubles. If you kin me, I'll kill you.
So, okay, Piss Icarus has kind of developed a lot of... Oh, I get it. It says Fortnite Piss Hentai. Okay, Aleph. Hey, Aleph, I'm gonna go over that, I promise you. You get, you get there are bonus achievements for, let me quickly load up the menu. Chumroll. So, no doubles and weenie, and I'm closing this menu now because there's a massive fucking spoiler. Anyway. You told me not to, I guess it's pretty fair that you revealed the thing about the character name then, because I accidentally just did that. I kind of forgot that you said not to. But, yeah, whoops. Did you?
What?
You don't remember? That's okay. I will.
It just went over.
Everything.
Everything just went over my head. I've been in another dimension for the past minute and a half.
That's fucking valid. That's so fucking valid. Honestly, sometimes during stream there's 30 seconds of silence, and it's just me staring into the middle distance.
Staring into the void, and the void winks saucily back. Okay,
so just for the sake of time,
are we doing Pissicarus? Is that really what we're doing?
I think we just have to, because...
Are you sure about that?
We need to keep things moving, and so we don't really have time to linger on this decision.
Okay.
I know. Which one would you like to have chosen? Did you have one in mind?
I mean,
Yeah, take a look at my notebook.
I'm taking a look. I kind of like Cast Iron skill set. Flux Brigadier, Turlish Whirlwind, Cowley, Son of a Bitch. That also sounds fun. Divine Urchin. I like that. Ragamuffin. Vainglorious Bastard. I probably would have done Vainglorious Bastard. Jump Up Ender.
Acknowledge that all of them are really great. Yeah, they are. I had a tweet bookmarked that was saying,
Lardbard.
Oh shit, who was it? Oh no, I can only remember 2 of the 3 names. I don't want to say 2 of them and then forget the 3rd person.
Bristle Chewer.
There were 3 other people who helped come up with the names, and they were given credit, but that tweet is no longer there. So, ooh, well. Alright, your highest attributes are Vim and Brie. Your starting class will be Piss Icarus. You are full of vinegar and ready to debuff enemies on the battlefield.
Oh good, we're the debuff class. Ugh.
A max level Petticoat Seagrift and a level 1 Piss Icarus. Not exactly the meta strat. You're lucky you're paired with the number 1 gamer on Alternia. I told you she's a fucking meta gamer. I hate that shit. Before I can carry you to victory, we just need one more thing.
There's more of this bullshit? What now? Is a giant sandworm gonna poke its head out of the sand and puke up some more fucking game mechanics that'll be described in excruciating narrative detail?
Quit being so dramatic. Your character needs a name.
Oh, a name. You already have one of those though. You told Jade it already, but man, you're not feeling as comfortable with it right now for some reason. Why is thinking of yourself as a distinct being with an identity and a history feel so uncomfortable? What's wrong with you?
Bro, I feel that.
Might as well just make up a character name. So, there are certain names that will trigger certain reactions. So, Aleph mentioned in chat. Sorry, I just have to move my phone here. If we do Vriska.
I cannot stress this enough. No fucking doubles.
Okay, now, if we pick Tavros.
No. You've gotta pick a name less wimpy than that.
Yeah, every troll first or last name gets a response, yeah. But, like, there's different... So, Vriska gets no doubles, Tavros gets weenie, Carcat and all of the other trolls have the same response.
Can you be a little more creative? Jeez.
Are we gonna let chat decide, or are we gonna decide?
On what, a name? There's one that it does accept, so I think we're just gonna stick with that one. That gets a special response, and it is still accepted.
Oh, okay.
So does this one, but we'll have to backtrack. So, Cecily is the name of the protagonist from Snowbound Blood, which Kate Mitchell is on the writing team of. And if you say Cecily, you get...
Now that's a badass sounding name. Sure you can live up to it? The Marquise welcomes you aboard her ship, Cecily.
So we can backtrack now and do one last name. So Red Glare, as well as Doc Scratch and a few other similar names, get this response. As soon as you say it, Vriska narrows her eyes at you. Without warning, she pushes you off the dock into the briny Alternian waters.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it just like not even like within like it with like an end screen. It just just kicks you out.
Kicks you the fuck out.
Dang.
So I would like to thank this random Redditor who
Who posted about it?
Who posted that. Let me link it in the chat. Oh, putting in a Radiant Heresy also gets the push response.
I'll show you a push response.
Stop. So, yeah, this page has... Actually, let me bring it up on screen. So, yeah, there's all of this is what I was sourcing here. So, whoops. Let's get that game back up. So, oh goodness. Yeah, so there is one more. It was mentioned in chat. The MSPA. What the fuck was it in? There. Vim and. Thank you for the background. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome.
Okay, so let's turn that off. Yeah, so if we put MSPA reader.
Kind of a weird name for a character, but it fits you. The Marquise welcomes you aboard her ship, MSPA reader.
As soon as you confirm your name, the other eggs start squelching and cracking into more little flying holographic biotech projectors of various shapes and sizes.
Look at her little smile, I love her. Well.
Moths and dragonflies and lightning bugs zipping off into the distance. Vriska capture logs all her various books and character sheets, pushes her eye patch glasses up the bridge of her nose, and clambers up the gangplank of her ship, which you see has a name painted on the side in cerulean script as you follow her. Brigantine, which is literally just the name of a type of ship. I googled it and I was like, that's so fucking unoriginal.
Brigantine. That's funny.
You didn't consider putting those ones? Yeah, I mean, I didn't really consider any of that stuff either until I saw it online.
I'm just gonna low-key just write down Brigantine so that I can use that as the name of the ship in the Fefri Vriska fic that I'm writing. Just to be canon accurate. I mean, no matter what I write, it's canon accurate because everything is canon, but whatever.
Yeah, Bridge, it's you. It's you.
Wow. Oh, ballad.
Yeah, none of the kids get a response.
Because she doesn't know them yet, and she never will in this timeline.
Well, that's debatable. Anyway.
Here, hold this.
Vriska hands you a rope and you hold onto it, keeping the mainsail rolled up as she scurries to and fro, aft and bow, across the deck of the ship, making adjustments. You watch her try to tie a double bowline but struggle with the dexterity of her mechanical fingers, swearing in frustration under her breath. You politely look away and try to make idle conversation. You ask her for her end of the bargain.
What?
Her name. You made a character, she tells you her name. That's the deal. She secures another rigging and stomps back over to you.
You haven't really made a character until you're in costume.
Is your fit not already fresh? Perhaps even the freshest?
Freshy. Water. Freshy. Water.
Here.
She dumps an extra outfit out of her inventory, looking almost exactly like an earlier version of hers, smaller with more amateur stitching. You put on the big bridge coat and feel super badass. She looks at you, tilts her head to evaluate, then grabs a jaunty hat, feather and all, from her Silodex and pops it on your head.
Nice. Alright. My name's Vriska. Vriska Serket. Don't you forget it.
Alright, we're just taking a break to see what the fuck's happening in chat. Slam dunk Vriska into one of the kids' houses. Jesus Christ, yeah. I think disaster would happen.
Brigante.
Sorry. She's so friggin' pointy.
Yeah. Slam dunk her into Congress. Jesus. Vriska Serket, or the Marquise, satisfied with her preparations, snatches the rope from you and lets it go, unfurling the mainsail. She practically skips to the captain's wheel, ready to steer the brigantine out of the harbor.
The Brigante.
Real name basis is one step closer to friendship, though for a moment you feel like you got told that name already. Yep.
Learning someone's real first name is like getting to third base.
But he knows that name already because it was from the fucking bad end in Kanaya's route. And also having read Homestuck.
Yeah. Also that little thing.
Yes. Your brain is messed up enough without remembering stuff that maybe didn't happen in canon. If canon is even a real thing that means something anymore. Your unsettling metatextual introspection is interrupted by Vriska shouting.
Just putting that out there. It doesn't. It doesn't. It has no meaning.
Roll for initiative.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Roll and critical roll. Sorry. The adventure begins. I'll stop.
You hear the buzz of projector bugs boarding your ship, and soon 4 flickering holograms appear on the main deck, looking like lurching zombie trolls. You already hear dice rattling on the deck, and you look over at her to cheat and figure out what you need to roll.
Alright, I'm starting with an 18. Looks like you gotta subtract the modifier. 19. Huh. Guess you go first, MSPA reader.
This is it. It's LARPing time. You look down at the piece of paper with your abilities on it, ready to cast Magic Missile or Bugsby's Grasping Hand or some shit. You pick the top attack from the list. It's your special class ability. You channel the spirit of the Piss Icarus, point straight at one of the holographic zombies, and yell that you're casting Pungent Debris. You grab a d20 and blow on it in your hand. You're Lady Luck. No snake eyes. Other gambling terms, whatever. You let the icosahedron of tabletop destiny drop through the air, awaiting the result with bated breath. That is fancy schmancy math asshole talk for the d20.
I thought a d20 was a dodecahedron.
Dodecahedron?
Yeah, dodecahedron.
Okay, it's
Dodecahedron.
dodecahedron.
Oh, it's 12-sided. Wait, number of vertices.
It has 20 vertices,
But 12 faces.
12 sides. So a dodecahedron is
Gotcha.
a 12-sided die, and icosahedron is 20-sided.
Gotcha.
Math!
You get a 2 and miss. God damn it. Vriska laughs out loud.
Check out how a real gamer does it.
Something about Magnus.
Magnus rushes in.
Instantly get you in the D&D mood. Yeah, this made me miss playing D&D. I don't get to play very often.
Not gonna lie, I thought it was a dodecahedron because of Critical Role. I always imagined the beacon as a d20, but I guess it's a d12.
Might roll an 8. Well, we'll see. Then she shows you how a real gamer does it. Over the course of this and the next 4 holographic encounters of ballooning complexity, tediousness, difficulty, and word count, she just rolls so many goddamn dice and keeps track of so many goddamn stats. Okay, so we don't actually find out what number she rolled, but, like, she was successful anyway. You're overwhelmed, bewildered, and tired of doing math in pencil by the time the last squid-themed hollow monster dies. You were worried about the danger of this game before, but it seems like the only way you're gonna die today is from fucking boredom. Then you spot it. A schooner painted all in black emerges from the fog. You shout to Vriska that there's a ship on the port horizon. Vriska looks right? Does she not know the difference between port and starboard? Huh. You point in the proper direction, and she gives that mischievous grin of hers.
Now it's time for the real action. We've entered the PvP-enabled zone!
She puts aside her character sheets and dice, drawing a blue saber. She holds it in one hand, the ship's wheel in the other.
That's the Rue, the ship of Dreadclaw Ophelia. Top of the Naval Flarp leaderboards. She's got a whole crew on that boat. But she's just another rich sea dweller with hired help, and she's been too scared to face me.
Vriska not knowing about naval terminology might be one of the top 10 Homestuck jokes. Oh, absolutely. Vriska's pointed your ship straight at the Rue, and you've picked up speed. You can make out a troll girl with finned ears in a gaudy purple outfit that you'd describe as a sexy pirate Halloween costume from the world's most bougie party city, Dreadclaw Ophelia. It's absolutely garish compared to Vriska's more normcore approach to RP activewear, but dressed much more humbly than the captain are a bunch of lowbloods standing behind her, clutching shitty rusty swords and shaking.
So let's bring the fight to her.
You're not slowing down. You're pointed straight at the enemy hull. Vriska steers your ship directly into the well-appointed schooner, and you struggle to keep your feet at the shock of the impact, which knocks the Violet Blood and her frightened thralls to the deck of the Rue. She yells over the din of horrific wood-on-wood screeching.
Hey, Swabby! Wanna be really good at sword fighting?
You look at her with stars in your eyes. Yes, you do want to be really good at sword fighting. You nod eagerly, and she underhand tosses you her blue-hilted saber, which you catch eagerly. Saying word twice is like... It's all good. It's all good. Vriska grins back, puts her hand to her temple, and squints with her one good eye. The 7 red dots of her prosthetic seem to smear and blur as your vision loses focus. You've managed well to this point as first mate of the brigantine, but your sea legs seem to give out on you all at once. You drop the sword you were just given, and it clatters to the deck. You try to tell her something's wrong, but your mouth lolls open and you drool a bit. A dull pain gains a sharp and sudden clarity. It feels as though 8 spindly legs are crawling on your head. No, in your head. Each footfall feels more like a knife cutting through butter.
I love this shit.
At some point, all sensation slips into nothing, and you follow the sword to the ground, asleep. Because that's what Vriska's powers do to beings
humans
that are not trolls.
Yeah.
We don't know if MSPA Reader is human, technically speaking.
Right.
But they're supposedly human?
Mm-hmm. Supposedly.
Supposedly. But they're surprisingly durable.
Spider-Man
you gotta
control.
go? That is super fucking valid. We are already over time.
Bye, Sleepy.
Good night, Sleepy. Have a good sleepy sleep.
Sleepy. Human adjacent. Me too, honestly.
Yeah. That's a mood.
What the fuck? Wake up, moron!
You don't hear that, and you don't wake up. The salt and swell of the ocean gives way to the rustling of alien trees. No longer do you hear the scream of gulls following your ship, waiting for corpses and gore to tumble overboard. It's all peaceful. Consciousness returns to you, and its first present is the discovery that you're face down in slightly wet dirt. Some got in your mouth. You spit it out and sit up, brushing muck off of your flarp costume. Wait, that's not a flarp costume. That's a hoodie with a jagged cerulean symbol. A different symbol on it, loose-fitting, as though it belonged to a friend. It's Malik's hoodie. Are y'all ready? Oh yeah, this shit's good. We get into the good shit. Half memories swim in your mind as you take in the scene, just as familiar as your clothing. A stump sitting in a clearing between the trunks of a purple-treed Alternian forest. A harpoon sticking out of it.
Uh-oh.
This stump would typically fill you with unease and an aura of death and defeat. But a squirrely silhouette cuts through the darkness, and you step further into the clearing and feel your heart lift. Okay.
Oh, well?
Guesses in chat, whose fucking shadow was that? Do you have a guess, Noah?
Nepeta?
Okay.
That's, I don't know. I didn't get a good glimpse. Could be anybody.
That is old secret, Aleph.
Terrific.
You got a guess for Charity? You're... Wait, what the fuck is that on? You're Fanny? Fanny?
I don't think it's Terezi. It might be Terezi. Terezi does live in the forest, but... If it's Terezi, I'm gonna shit myself. Okay, good night, Odd.
Good night.
Go sleep. Control associated with squirrels? I'm not. It must be one of the friendship friend. It's a friendship friend. It's a friendship friend.
It is.
Oh, it's this friend.
It's Boulder!
Whee!
I love her so much.
Whee!
Boulder. I'm love Boulder. I'm care her. I'm care her.
You're care her?
Yeah.
Well, I'm care you, so I'm care her by extension.
It's okay.
Wow, thanks.
I cure you too, Noah.
Oh, thank you. I can't believe I'm gonna cry on stream. This is like revolutionary.
Okay, yeah, let's see where this goes. Okay, so are you comfortable with voicing Boulder?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Boulder basically just whispers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sitting there on the stump, kicking bare feet back and forth, tilting her head to the side and smiling impishly is your friend Boulder Lamati. You remember her. You remember her!
Psst. Fancy seeing you here. That's a joke. I'm a figment of your imagination. Was expecting you the whole time.
She pats the stump next to her in an inviting gesture, and you sit down. You feel less adrift than you can ever remember. You tell her you missed her.
Of course you did. You've gotten yourself into a real mess, dear friend.
You ask about all your old friends. Sitting next to you, they flip through your mind clear as day, as though the memories were never locked away in the first place. How are Tagora and Gallic doing? Has she run into Ardata again? What's going on in the neighborhood? Do folks miss you? That last question collapses her wry smile into a genuine crestfallen expression. Because Doc motherfucking Scratch is fucking with their heads and making them forget MSPA Reader was ever fucking there.
Rip.
I can't really tell you that for sure. You've seen it for yourself, just how much he can do.
Doc Scratch.
There's a whole other disturbance in this neighborhood and it has his nefarious fingerprints all over it. It's almost like he was preparing for this. But I try to stay one step ahead and I remember what I'm fighting for. Do you?
The question is arresting. What are you doing? Even with your memory clouded, you've just been bumbling into other people's stories, breaking things as you go.
Well, there's nothing wrong with breaking things. It's like they say. Sometimes you have to compromise a few unfertilized cluck beast embryo in the name of a complete breakfast.
I tried to use like a transcript search to find which volume that initially came from, but everythinghiveswap.com pieced the fuck out, I guess. It's not there anymore. Rip. So I didn't.
Wait, the transcript for what?
everythinghiveswap.com. It had transcripts for Hiveswap Act 1 as well as every single Friends volume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it had a couple other kind of information archives on it. Yeah, please vibe check Doc Scratch. But yeah, there's a specific volume that also uses that, and I'm 100% sure it is not Boulder's. You tell her you haven't had a good breakfast in ages. One of the places you were at had swords in the fridge. Also, you have absolutely no idea what you're doing.
You're going where the river takes you. But things are different now. There's a great power within you that you are just now realizing. The power to shape the river, to use its waters to scour the lands as you please. A power even he doesn't fully understand.
You look down at your hands. Sitting next to her, you start to remember the green room, the story you've fallen into. You tell her there's so much broken and you have no idea how to fix it. You tell her you wish she was real, not just in your head. She'd know what to do. She tilts her head again inquisitively.
Am I, though? Just in your head, I mean. The story is only broken if you accept that it is broken. If you think of the story as something given to you. But it's not. Puppet masters may try and tell you that the strings they are pulling are the only ones.
As she says this, her head jerks back oddly, but she continues whispering, calm as ever.
Don't be afraid. Don't let anyone tell you that this story belongs to them. Not him, not anyone.
You feel it too. It feels like there's threads tugging at your body, and at hers even more. Her limbs twitch and pull in gruesome pantomime as more and more strings loop around her and disappear skyward. They nearly surround her completely, but you are powerless to resist, paralyzed.
It's for you. It's always been for you. Remember, friend, the only question?
She She only manages to spit out 4 more words as she is swallowed up and tangled in a spider's web of marionette string, choked and broken.
What will you do?
It's
Knew
such
those for words. Yeah.
it's such a
fuck.
D&D thing. It's the thing. What will you do?
Yeah. Oh, it's the. Boy, we here.
Boy, we out here.
But yeah, like that was fucking like. I love Boulder so much. Oh my goodness.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was good shit. I love Boulder so much, I miss all of the Hexwell friends and trolls. Oh, while I'm at it, just as an addition to this, a reminder that I still fully intend to do a marathon stream of every single volume of Hiveswap Friend Sim with one long form ending per character, somewhere around when Hiveswap Act 2 comes out. I don't think you knew this already.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so this is something that I thought of as an idea around when the Hiveswap Friend Sims ended. And then when they announced that Hiveswap Act 2 was back in active development, I tweeted about it. I'm just like, the intention is out there. It's in the world.
Yeah.
And now that we don't have a due date yet. A due date? What? A release date for Hiveswap Act 2.
Hussy, this thing is due by this date. If you don't have Hiveswap Act 2 out by this date, you are going to get a 0 in this.
What did Automod do? Sometimes Automod does... Well, I mean, I can't blame Automod for fucking automodding that. Added permitted term cunt.
This is now...
We're really out here.
This is now a pro-cunt zone.
Jesus.
Well,
no, it's been forever because Automod used to go off anytime someone said motherfuck or motherfucker. Until I added them to the permitted words.
Oedipus phobe.
Oh god. Okay, but
you're welcome.
For real. Oh yeah, I blocked the word thought. See, like words like that I can see being completely out of control for streamers who have like who average over 1,000 viewers and who get bad actors in their chat, but like we don't have that here, which I'm very happy about. I love the fact that
we're small town streamers.
Yeah, I love the fact that like I don't have to worry
community.
about that shit with y'all.
Yeah.
No, really.
Maine Coon.
But anyway, yeah. But they just get banned instantly. I mean, yeah, there have been a couple of times where someone new has showed up and it's just been kind of like, what's going on here? And then eventually, I ask them to not do that, and they don't want to not do that, so they leave. But anyway, yeah, I do still plan on doing that, so I guess that's coming up soon. It might end up, I might have to see when I can do that, depending on when I'm working and when I finish my classes for the term.
And what about Homestuck reread?
It's starting as soon as Dream Daddy weekend streams are finished, which is gonna be... How many final... I think we have 3 dates left in Dream Daddy. So that's 3 more streams. Potentially 2 if we can squeeze 2 dates into 1 stream like we did last weekend.
And that's gonna be the Saturday slot?
That's gonna be Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. That's gonna be the twice a weekend stream.
Because I might be able to join you for those.
90%. Yeah, that is also a racial slur, is in particular used in certain parts of the United States, I have learned, because I had not even...
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I had not heard of that until I worked with someone from the United States. Sudden role players. Yeah, we've had that happen a couple times. Yeah, I mean, Maine Coon is one word, is like a cat breed. Oh. Oh boy, we're reminiscing. Yeah, that did happen. So, yeah, that I've actually never blocked or banned anyone. People just have left on their own.
Yeah.
So that was not my hand. That person just fucking left. So you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, Hive Swap Friend Sim marathon stream. I might make it a charity stream. I think that would be fun because you know, raising money for good shit.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. If I do that, it would be super sick if you could pop in for like a portion of that.
Yeah, I would try. I mean, yeah.
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 Depending on the timing, of course.
Depending on the timing.
Like work and shit.
Yeah.
But like, if we coordinate it so that it works with both of our schedules. I mean, I wouldn't expect you to stay for the whole thing because it will be at least 18 hours.
Wow.
So, no. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is roughly correct. It will probably be close to a 24-hour stream. Like, it's gonna get fucking wild. And I'm excited.
I would come and hang out though for a bit. The only thing is like I get my work schedules on a week by week basis, and I'm starting classes soon, and my classes are like super strict. They're like if you miss, if you have 3 or more absences, unless there's like extenuating circumstances, you get kicked out.
Yeah, no, that's a bunch of my university courses are like that too. It's fucking. Ugh, it's very stressful as a chronically ill person.
Yeah, I bet.
But, Shitty Homestuck Fan Hall of Fame. Oh, I feel like maybe that kind of... I feel like the name callouts is not a great idea. Let's just not give attention to the people who are shitbags anymore.
Let's just vibe check Doc Scratch.
Yeah. True. We've been, babbling for a while. But anyway, yeah, so Friends of Stream still happening. Doc Scratch, though, in the meantime, he's fucking around, and we gotta deal with this shit. The whole scene seems to melt away in searing green, and you are falling, dancing beneath the skilled hands controlling you. He is here. He was already. The ticking of 1,000 clocks, exactly in time, echoes around you.
You want me to do it?
You want to go for it?
You want me to do it?
You're doing character voices today. If you want me to do it, I'll do it.
I didn't come prepared for my Doc Scratch voice. I don't have it in my roster today. I didn't. It's like prepared spells, you know. I didn't like sit down with my long rest. I didn't have it.
I'm sorry. I would have told you these
No,
people,
it's spoiler.
But like, yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
I'll do it.
Go for it. Get skeevy as fuck.
Did you miss me? I seem to be on your mind. I'm flattered. It's no wonder you're thinking about me just after meeting one of my greatest disappointments.
Shut the fuck up, you piece of shit.
You really do spend too much time around willful little girls. It may start to give you ideas. Ideas of choice, of challenge. You're relevant because those holding the strings decided you're relevant. An observer. The show must go on, but don't make the mistake these little ingrates did. It can go on without you. The bits that really matter, at least. What's that? Am I doing this? I'm afraid not, darling. I don't even know to what you're referring.
Fuck that guy. One away from getting fired because the work phone wasn't working. Oh, that's such a... Damn. That fucking sucks. God, that's such a stupid excuse for them to just, like, not let the phone not work. What business is just, like, yeah, the phone's not working. It's fine.
At my work the other day, literally, the debit machine at the drive-thru just stopped working, and we were like... They were like, hi, welcome to this place. We don't have, like, can you pay with cash? Otherwise you might need to come into the front of the store. And they were like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you pay with cash? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, then place your order.
Yeah.
It was, like, really awkward.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I understand that happens, like, regularly at businesses and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Tears sear at the edge of your eyes again. You try to keep Boulder's words in your mind as the strings squeeze the breath out of you. What will you do?
What will you do?
Another voice seems to answer, from another place entirely. scratchy and loud. It says, "Fix this, Terzi!" I mean, the voices may or may not literally be Terzi, but that's what she said to John. Fix this! Fix this!
Yeah!
Yeah? Yeah. You wake up. Cold stone in a draft greets you. Charming.
Are we in a dungeon?
You're immediately like, dungeon.
Dungeon!
I mean, arguably, Vriska's house has dungeons in it.
That's true.
You blearily open your eyes, memories of the dream already fading to wisps in your mind. You're in the cluttered bedroom, or the cluttered respite block that you're sure is Vriska's, based on the broken 8 balls scattered everywhere. You pick yourself up off the ground and try to think about how you got here. You passed out back on the brigantine. She must have brought you home, but where is she? You turn around and see a window. You look outside and see a dramatic scene below. Vriska is mind-controlling a group of thralls, ones she must have won off Dreadclaw while you were out cold. They're marching one by one towards a massive web. Perched in the web is a giant spider, heaving, hulking, hungry. Vriska's about to feed the losers of this game to her Lucis. Okay. It's been another full fucking hour, so we're gonna take another break here.
Okay.
Yeah, when I did the Homestuck 2 stream, I didn't realize how long it was gonna go, and I essentially went 3 hours with no break, and that's not good. So, breaks are important.
Mm-hmm.
Resting the voice is important. You forgot it was the Vriska route.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's a mood. So, can't watch, hide in her room and wait, or intervene. So, chat, it is up to you to vote on which choice you want to take first.
Our fate is in your hands.
Noah, you get a vote too because you haven't played before.
Ah!
So, well, if there's a tie in chat. Tiebreaker?
Okay, I'll be tiebreaker.
Sweet.
I'm your judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah. I mean, if there's not a tie in chat, then you're overruled anyway.
Ah, fuck.
So,
how's my voice acting, chat?
oh yeah! How are y'all enjoying Noah's voice acting today?
I'm a professional voice actor. That's not true. I'm lying to you.
So you're voting to intervene. Okay. 1 vote to intervene.
And then
1 vote.
And 1 person Switzerland.
Yeah, 1 is Switzerland. And,
Thank you. My Jersey voice is the one I'm most proud of.
yay! Yeah, I'm hoping to get Noah back for some of the Homestuck reread streams, too. Yeah. Yeah.
I also do a pretty good pfeffery, not gonna lie.
So, the Homestuck reread streams, the timing is a little bit better to keep track of, because we could just stop whenever the time is up.
Yeah.
These get a little bit out of hand sometimes, as I'm sure you are noticing.
Jade is kidding Switzerland now?
Kidding Switzerland, that's a way to put it.
Natalia is problematic. I need to block
God.
you.
Fucking Natalia.
Sorry, I probably shouldn't even brought it up.
No, it's all good. You're right. Okay. So 5 minutes. We're gonna take another quick break, and then we're gonna do both endings.
See you losers
No,
later.
5 minutes. We'll be back.
Bye.
We back.
And we're back.
Hey. Yeah, so to clear up the confusion about Hadalia, it is personified countries, and to the best of my knowledge, a lot of the issues with it comes from, that chair is so squeaky, Noah.
This chair is very squeaky.
It's incredibly squeaky. Is this one? Oh, this one doesn't even go back that far. Oh, that's a horrendous noise.
It's good audio. This is what people on Twitch pay for.
This is peak audio quality. Yeah, the issues with... Jade,
Yeah.
oh my god, yeah. Yeah, the issues with Italia are just like, in characterizing the characters, it relies on, like, the relationships between those countries from like World War II. So you know, like Hetalia Axis powers, but you know, the fucking Axis power, which you know was a World War II thing. I don't know shit fuck about history, but like they did some highly inappropriate like racist shit.
Get it?
No, I get that out of my fucking face.
Get it? It's funny.
link that in the
I will
server.
post the picture in the server. Or share a photo.
Okay, so we have one vote for intervene. Both blessed and cursed, yeah. What, do you have a differing opinion? Or you just chose
I
to go?
think we should intervene.
Okay. My gold copies of Dr. Seuss books, true.
Homestuck stream vids, that's you, right?
Yeah.
This is the image I was just shoving in Caitlin's face.
Yeah. And
It's
now
funny, right?
It's good. Now I'm gonna put it in the links so that if you want to see it and you're watching on YouTube right now, you can go into the description of this video and see it.
I forgot that we were also talking to people in the future, too.
Yeah.
Hi, time travelers.
Hello. Hello from the past.
Hello from the other side. I just wanted to put a pause in there, you know, just so that we don't get copyright claims.
Oh my god.
That's how that works, right?
I have no fucking clue how copyright works.
That's fine. Let's just intervene.
I just like do shit and hope that it turns out okay. Okay, intervene.
That's just how I live my life.
Oh god, Jade, what?
Hello?
Wait, what does that say?
Hello, everybody?
Jesus.
Hello?
Oh my god. Okay.
It's me, Toad!
Oh my god. Oh, that actually is kind of like How do you how do you fucking do that with your face?
Years and years of constant practice. No, I'm just kidding. I just fuck around.
Holy shit. This was supposed to be a game. What the fuck's happening in chat?
I released a terrible How could you have released me when I was already here? And we've come full circle. Alright.
Okay.
I think my chair keeps shrinking.
Oh,
I'm
is
just-
it like lowering on its own or something?
I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna sit on it normally.
Yeah. That might help. Okay.
Oh god, oh fuck.
Holy shit. This was supposed to be a game. These innocent kids are getting fed to a fucking spider, and it's all because of your definitely essential contributions to Vriska's victory.
Totally.
This is so messed up. Games don't cause violence, you think, as you rush down the stairwell. They can't. Vriska is going to discredit an entire generation of gamers and add fuel to the fire of anti-gaming activism with this kind of behavior. Oh my god. God. This whole games don't cause violence, you think. I'm just like, oh my god. That's like, honestly, a fucking psychological battleground. But the thing is, the answer is both. Much like with every fucking nature-nurture debate, okay? Let's settle this shit here. For some people, the influence of video game violence does cause them to become more violent, but for some people, it is in their nature as violent people that draws them to violent video games. Is it possible to tell exactly which is which for every individual person? Maybe if you do an elaborate fucking case study. But once again, you cannot make fucking generalizations about this shit. God.
Preach. Let me tell you something about how games have had a direct impact on my life. There was a time where I was like, and this is Dungeons and Dragons again, I was so deep in the D&D, the double D was deep in me. and I was going up the stairs. Caitlin is taking a very exasperated sip of water as I'm talking. I went to walk up the stairs and I tripped up the stairs and just like instantly in my head I thought, oop, failed my dexterity check. Like, that's just, I just now think in my real life about D&D things. I'm like, I completely fucking miss something that's like right obviously in front of me, and I'm like, God damn it, my passive perception is like 9. I have an IRL passive perception of 9. Listen, I'm clumsy.
Yeah, but it's like...
yeah, God, why don't you at me next time?
Oh my god. But yeah, it's just like, you know, there's, you know, it has been fucking proven. This happens every time a new Grand Theft Auto game comes out. The types of crimes that they do in the game, those instances rise, and there are people who cite that game as an inspiration for them to do the fucking crime, or, well, to attempt and then fucking fail. You know,
but I saw them do it in Grand Theft Auto, I thought it would be easy and fun.
Yeah, like, that happens. That's an undeniable consequence tied directly to the game fucking Grand Theft Auto.
It's just because Grand Theft Auto fucking sucks and should be deleted as a franchise.
I've never played a Grand Theft Auto game. So
Neither have I just know that they suck.
I just can't attest to that. You know, on the other hand, like, if someone is already predisposed to be a violent person, they are drawn to those games because it satisfies that and validates that. So, like, both sides of the fucking coin. Boy.
What do you think is the case with Vriska? Do you think that she's drawn to Flarp because it's in her nature to be violent, or do you think she's violent because she was forced to play Flarp?
I think in Vriska's case, she's violent because Alternia forces her to be. Like, physically violent. I think in terms of her personality, like, it's hard to say exactly what her personality would be like without the manipulative influence of Alternian culture. I think that it would be maybe not an ooh baby, but like at least a bit softer.
I've thought about this actually because I was in an MXRP thing, and I was just like, what if I just did like a pre-scratch Vriska, and so Arania's ancestor and so I thought about it, and I the thing that I made up is that she was like a writer, a famous writer, and she wrote stories and like did book tours and like loved all the like the fame and because like on Before Us or whatever, Bephorus, the thing about culling was that it's like taking care of people, right? So she was like famous for being like really kind and like culling because she has the mind control powers, so it's easy for her to take like low bloods who are like violent or like whatever and like sedate them basically. So it's still like a weird manipulation sort of thing, but it's not as outright. Like, she doesn't murder people because it's a different...
physically violent, but it's still mentally and emotionally, like, violent, so to speak.
Yeah, but she's, like, a famous author and stuff like that. Because I think that just is something that Vriska, like, her whole story is about wanting to be a hero. And I think in a setting like Bephorus, the way to do that is to be, like, famous.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's a good interpretation.
And she does have a knack for storytelling. Like, that's why she gets into Flarp, and that's why she...
Yeah, that's why we have Mindfanger's journals to
exactly.
refer to. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my critical analysis of Before in Vriska.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. But, yeah. So, I mean, we get a little bit into Vriska lives in a society later in this. Yeah. So there will be tons more to talk about.
Vriska does live in a society.
Yeah.
Don't we all? Like I said, I'm hell on an audioscape. Let's continue.
Yeah. Oh, and also kill some kids. That's like normal Alternia stakes, though. You've got to defend the integrity of Fortnite. That's much more. That's much more important, obviously.
Bold of you to assume Fortnite has integrity.
You rush out into the late night air, too late to save a tranquilized, mind-controlled olive blood from being torn asunder. Vriska's Lucis holds the troll boy in her forelegs, pedipalps tearing through clothing and chelicerae, tearing into gray flesh, feeding a winding intestine into her mouth. So basically, pedipalps and chelicerae, pedipalps are...
They're the front legs.
You know shit.
I know shit.
I was just gonna vague at it because I had to Google it.
Yeah. The pedipalps, they're technically legs, but they're just very small and on the face, and they just, help put food in them, into the mandibles, the bitey parts. I don't know what chelicerae are, but I do know what pedipalps are.
Yeah. The chelicerae, according to Google, is the more general term for the multiple, type thingies around the mouth that, do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was that too quiet to hear on stream? I was just I've gone used to just talking.
Mumble.
But yeah, so the chelicerae, however the fuck it's pronounced.
Fortnite piss and die.
Fuck.
I got said in the chat again, so I had to say it out loud. Never thought I would feel bad for Vriska. I feel bad for Vriska every single day of my life. That's a joke.
I mean, Vriska lives in a society.
Yeah. I do, kind of feel bad for her, but I also, I also just think that this is who she is, regardless of whether or not it's tragic that that's how she got there. That's just her character.
I empathize with the fact that this is the circumstance that she has been handed in terms of her Lucis, but
she's just coping.
Yeah,
if that's what you could call what she does.
This stream is getting too sympathetic. Quick, we have to move on. But yeah, I still just I'll talk a little bit more about what I'm thinking of right now a little later. There's a specific point where I think I can bring up my other things that I'm thinking in my big brain.
Galaxy brain. Rush out.
Galaxy fucking brain. You rush out into the late night air, too late to save a tranquilized, mind-controlled olive blood from being torn asunder.
Oh, we read this part already.
Oh, yeah. You feel like you're gonna yart.
Yart!
You have no idea what you're doing, standing out here alone against a giant monster in this gaggle of mind-controlled thralls. But you gulp down some air and yell, "Stop!" Vriska turns to you, and she doesn't look like she's doing a lot better, frankly. She's got a similarly sick expression on her face, but something in her eyes is dead and resigned. Her expression crumples into a scowl.
What the fuck are you doing?
She squints her one eye in pain, like there's a voice screaming inside her head.
I know, okay? I know! I'm dealing with it!
She steps up towards you, and you see cerulean dice appear one at a time between her fingers. The dice are sparking with cold blue flame. You suddenly feel as though you're going to have a very, very bad time.
Aw, come on, man!
Cue the megalomania.
First you fall asleep on me like a weenie, and I have to fight the last encounter all on my own. Then I carry you back to safety even though we just met. You owe me! Turn around and go back. Now.
You look up past her at the giant spider. The awful noise of squelching has stopped. 8 eyes are trained on you, blinking out of order. A spattered palette of multicolored blood is smeared all over her slavering mouth. There's 7 trolls still standing there beside her, mindless, mouths lolling. Next. You don't turn around. You don't go back. You stand your ground, unarmed and without a plan. Surely your new friend will see how wrong this is. Vriska looks hurt for a moment, betrayed, but the same glare settles back onto her face.
You think you're a big hero stopping this dangerous bitch, right? Happy as a bivalve mollusk about your little protagonist moment. You're being stupid. You don't understand what's happening here. What I have to do. You can't fix this. Nobody can. So now you're just another little weenie who thinks they're a hero and I'm a villain. So sure, I'll play ball. I'll be exactly what you want.
She tosses the dice on the ground.
Clown. Oh. Baron, interesting. I thought it landed on clown.
The dice glow with a blue flame as they tumble to a stop. An ethereal whip materializes and snaps around your ankles, and you are dragged dizzyingly fast towards the spider's web. The friction of your ass on the rocky cliff face tears the butt off of your flarp costume, exposing your delicate cheeks to chafing. Your greatest asset!
Asset.
But things get far worse than that as you are flung directly into the clutches of the horrific arachnid.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. The fangs of Vriska's Lucis pierce your skin and pump you full of a numbing venom that causes everything to fade to black and static numbness. Which is good, because she's beginning to eat you alive. It's also good because you can't see or hear a little girl stifle a sniffle, holding herself with crossed arms, one mechanical and rocking back and forth, watching another friend consumed by this chaos that never leaves her.
Oh, this is the vor part.
Great work, hero. You got vored.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I mean, she didn't have to feed us to the spider. Clearly she feels bad about it, but, like, she didn't have to do that.
Oh, no, wait a second.
What?
The name's not going to be right if we load that file.
Why? Because that was, like...
That was the one that I did.
Oh, okay.
The first time.
Gotcha. We just gotta skip.
We just gotta boop, 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 boop.
Blip, 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 blip.
Wow. It's so weird to just be like, we did really all of this.
Wow.
It felt like it was fucking ages ago, because it's 2 in the fucking morning.
It's 2 in the a.m.
Oops. Okay, we're finally back. So, final ending.
Here we go, lads!
Final stretch. You can't watch. Hide in her room and wait. Okay, holy shit. Vriska Lucis is a giant spider monster that eats children. This explains so much, and also raises a significant number of questions that you're gonna think about while not watching these kids get eaten. You look for something to distract yourself with. You spot a black raggedy book, much older than anything else in this room, with Vriska's symbol on the cover. You reach for it and open it up, flipping to a random page and seeing what looks like a journal scrawled in cerulean, but not Vriska's handwriting from your character sheet. Looking inside the first page, you see the name Mindfang. You read, and holy shit, you're very unsure this is appropriate for a young girl to be reading. You keep flipping through to different parts, and wow, it just gets worse. Vriska named her character after this? You lose yourself in hate reading Mindfang's long stories about petty crime, dubious consent, and weirdly detailed descriptions of the outfits of a woman named Red Glare. You're surprised then when Vriska walks up the stairs, hands in her pockets, looking at the ground. She doesn't even look at you before sitting down on the floor across from you, cross-legged and staring 1,000 yards into the distance. She rocks back and forth, hands still in her pockets. You go to give her a reassuring pat on the back. As soon as you touch her metal shoulder, cold even through her shirt, she turns to you with a jumping glare and hisses like a cat before facing away again. You get the message. She takes an 8-ball out of her inventory again and then savagely, brutally beats it on the stone floor of her room until it's nothing but shards in a puddle. Then the two of you sit. She occasionally picks through the debris of the 8-ball and rocks, clenching and unclenching her fists. But as the minutes pass, her breathing slows bit by bit. You don't say a word or bring up what happened. She's the one who talks first.
Earlier, you seemed, confused about why I care so much about playing a character.
She thumbs the dog-eared edge of a worn piece of paper in her sharp-clawed hand, staring at the wall. She makes you...
She still got blood on her jacket.
I skipped a line. She's still got blood on her jacket, blood that almost makes you retch with the memory of spidery mandibles devouring her spoils. One glimpse of it made you sick. What would dozens do? Hundreds.
I mean, it seems obvious to me that the Marquise is the greatest and coolest character ever made. But I've been her for so long, it's sort of like a part of me. Everybody's throwing shapes every day and acting like something, right? But most people are so boring. They don't dress up, they don't act, they're always so obsessed with being the exact kind of troll they were yesterday. Maybe you don't have to be the same. Maybe you can go on message boards and try out being someone new and find out you like it. Maybe it's nice to be called something your Lucis doesn't call you. And meet people who only ever knew you as the girl online or on the other ship who is, super badass and good at things. Come on, you can't tell me you never wanted to be someone else.
You've edged a bit closer to her during this rant and are looking at the sheets of paper in her hand. It's a spreadsheet-looking series of boxes she's filled in with red ink. Marquise Spinnert Mindfang. Petticoat Seagriff, gender F! Levels, all of them. She's doodled all over the margins, art of her captaining ships and swinging swords and drinking out of goblets. Have you ever wanted to be someone else? The question makes you uncomfortable. Just pondering who you are now fills you with unease. Fuck playing a character, filling out a sheet like this for yourself seems impossible. A piece of paper representing all of your physical and mental attributes, a blank canvas, the common outlines therein defining the boundaries of every conceivable personality? You don't even know how you'd fill in the gender box. You've been busy making friends, okay?
Mood.
Suddenly she turns on you, and there's a desperate kind of crazy intensity in her eye, like her gaze will burn you.
You're going to leave, aren't you? No, yeah, of course. Everybody does. Do you think I like this? I used to have a partner. She didn't like it either, but she helped anyway. Like you, I guess, except she didn't puke when she saw blood. And also not like you at all. She made rules. She loves rules. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not, big on those. Gambling Nat, queens broke rules all the time. And that's just what you gotta do to survive. To make the voice stop haranguing me. And, she heard her Lucis in her head, too. But she didn't need anything from her. What's that even like? I've got to be the best. I have to. I didn't get all the levels just to look at them on the sheet. You saw me out there. It's dangerous. She tried to kill me and left me alone. And then I got even, because that's what you have to do to backstabbers. But I still don't feel even. It doesn't bother her. Nobody ever cares. They just leave and move on, and I'm still stuck here on this stupid world. How are people mad at me for putting losers out of their fucking misery? This planet fucking sucks.
Ooh boy, that's a lot. You let her finish her tirade. She hasn't looked straight at you for the whole thing. You gently ask about how her Morale, who you did just befriend, would feel about her saying she's alone. You see a lot of thoughts flicker through her head, and a lot of expressions dance across her face. She settles on a look like she's smelling something off.
People always want shit from other people. Sometimes you know somebody and you can't describe, what your whole deal is. You grow up with these ideas about what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to be. You get handed down these strict categories, tables in your player's handbook. And you read stories or journals or whatever that say this is a mate sprite, you feel like this about them. And you have a Moirail that meddles with you because you're just too broken for her and she wants. Or you get told, oh, this is what a rival looks like, and then you look at your black date and it's just an absolutely repulsive slimy eel who always wants you to kiss him, and ew? man, I could really upgrade in that department. But then there's someone that comes along and none of that stuff makes sense to you. You just like being with her. Or it's not even like you just feel like shit makes more sense with her. I would say it's like you have this voice in your head saying you're not good enough all the time, but she makes it quiet. But I actually do have a voice in my head saying I'm not good enough. God, I'm not explaining this right. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, that's a doomsday device. Everyone leaves, nobody cares, and we're all waiting on a call up to war, and look, I'm ready. I'm the best at war. It's just a big flirt. But I'd rather have a plan 8. I know it's supposed to be B. I was just having a little fun there. Yeah. But I'd rather have a plan B.
You give Vriska a moment to breathe. You don't give her a reassuring touch on the back, remembering her jump and hiss when you tried that last. She's like a feral cat, this girl. Tangled, greasy hair droops over shoulders that are always hunched up, like something would come for her throat if she exposed it to anyone. You wonder if she ever let her shoulders down around the girl she's talking about. An ex, perhaps? Of course she did. You wonder if she ever will again. You hear a psst in your ear and a squirrely little laugh, and suddenly remember a green room that you've had this thought before somehow. You ask her the question that's been consuming you, or more accurately, not consuming you. Why were you left up here when everyone else got fed to the spider? She tenses up immediately when you ask this, and takes some time to clench her fists, then release them.
Some people are off limits. She has to eat, but she doesn't eat my friends when I bring her enough food.
And you're counted as off limits? You're one of her friends?
Oh my god, don't get a big head about it. I wouldn't let her eat Karkat either, and he's not like my BFFC or for life or anything. Plus, you helped me out, and that's the pirate code. Plus, Fuzzy Fangs would be mad.
It must be hard separating trolls into 2 classes, friends and food, like that. It must be hard, and nobody understands.
Just like being a teenager and growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it works here. Everybody's got someone to kick down on. Except Rustbloods, but them's the breaks. Somebody's gotta be on the bottom to keep the whole shebang afloat. Killing people lower down than you is what all the school feeds say you're supposed to do. To get ready for a life of space war against... Well, it mostly seems like they just kill more lowbloods. That's all it ever is. My ancestor...
She looks left and right as though she's going to be overheard, then leans in smirkingly. She sounds like she's letting you in on a secret.
A secret.
Or a secret.
My ancestor, Mindfang, she sailed around being the terror of the high seas for a while, but she fell in with a group that was going to do something about all that. A bunch of weirdos led by a mutant who wanted revolution. I've always wanted to be like her. I liked using her name more than my own for a while, dressing up like her, learning to sail. But I always end up back here with a pile of corpses. That's having the Lucis, right? Sometimes you don't get to do what you want to do. She talks to me, you know. It only stops when she's full. Always, 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 always whispering in my head. Saying I was fatter than her, saying I deserved all the things that happened to me. Even when I was bleeding out on this floor.
You look at the cold, cluttered, uncomfortably drafty room. Whatever happened to her face and arm must have happened here. You see a broken finger silhouetted on the wall. You look back at Vriska, and you know what she is. For all the bombast, insults, killing, you're looking at a survivor. You're looking at someone who did nothing wrong. This completely fucking kills the mood for me, quite frankly.
Yeah?
Like...
Not into it anymore?
I just, like...
Wilting a little bit?
Yeah. Like, I know some people have been like, well, this is just, this would be MSPA readers' perspective. MSPA reader doesn't know about any of that other stuff. And you know what? That's fair. But the author does, and the author knows about the cultural context within the community of what this
is
comment
very directly antagonistic.
It's, I mean, I wouldn't say it's meant to be directly antagonistic.
Well, no,
And
but like, Vriska did nothing wrong. That, just as a sentence, carries a lot of weight in the fandom.
Yeah.
And so putting it here directly, like, it's very intentional.
Yeah, I mean, I know that this tweet is probably also long gone, but she toyed with the idea and wasn't sure and then decided to put it in, but I don't think that was the right decision. Because it's like I know, so what I've seen is the explanation for what it's supposed to mean is that it was supposed to be this phrase that would be like, you know, to be like, well, let's, you know, let women characters be nasty and be mean and be bad. But what it's ironically turned into is there's a group of folks who will jump through every hoop they can to justify every single one of her actions, which is kind of counterproductive to what they're trying to supposedly trying to say in the first place. So, you know, like when I look at Vriska did nothing wrong, and it completely removes me from the scene because it makes me think about shit like Hussey's commentary in the books and how, you know, antagonistic he is in that context where he's using, you know, like when Vriska was fucking, you know, the scene where Vriska was literally shaking Tavros in his wheelchair, telling him to apologize, you know, and his commentary is you know, like jokingly, like justifying her actions. That's not fucking funny, you know? I see Vriska did nothing wrong, and I think of I still can't fucking believe this discourse that happened. It was like a month ago or something, where it's like folks are trying to rewrite the fucking definition of sexual assault to say that Vriska didn't sexually assault Tavros. Like, boy, don't, like, that's a real fucking leap.
Yeah.
That is a real big fucking leap. So, you know, like, I see this and I see all of the obnoxious, you know, the particular group of obnoxious Vriska stans who will just, you know, at any criticism just make some sarcastic comment about how perfect Vriska is, and Vriska, and, you know, anybody who says, hey, maybe this joke isn't, maybe, you know, this is going too far at this point, and they'll just make some other sarcastic comment about Vriska did nothing wrong, and then, like, not engage in any meaningful conversation.
Right.
So, like, you know, and I realized while I was reading Act 5, Act 2 with the release of Book 5, I realized that I don't actually dislike Vriska as much as I thought I did. Like, all of the, you know, kind of eye-rolling attitude that I feel when I see Vriska come up in the comic and the fandom is, it's not to do with her character, it's really to do with the way that the narrative frames her actions at certain points, and especially in relation to her relationship with Tavros, and the way that the fandom frames her narrative, and that kind of, you know.
Yeah, and with Homestuck especially, the relationship between the actual narrative and how the fandom perceives the narrative are inextricably tied. And so, like, that's, I think, and also just because fucking Hussey is the biggest Vriska stan on the planet.
Yeah, oh my god.
I think that has kind of had an effect on what Vriska is in a metatextual sense, because, like, her character, like, in the comic itself, and like she does what she does, but it's how people respond to her that really creates kind of like the Vriska that we all kind of imagine, I think. That's what I take out of it. Yeah, I think as a character in a comic, like, she fucked up. She did some bad shit that, that was not good to other people. But I also think that she's troubled, and troubled people don't make the best decisions. Does that excuse her actions? No, because they negatively affected other people in their lives and made them troubled.
Yeah.
And the cycle goes on. So, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like life. It's like being a teenager and growing up. It's hard.
Yeah.
And nobody can fully understand.
Yeah.
Not even, like, she doesn't understand what's going on. Like,
Yeah, and it's like this conversation requires so much more nuance.
yeah.
Right? And the ironic thing is, that's what this whole Vriska did nothing wrong thing stemmed from, was people wanting to look at Vriska's situation with more nuance and consider the other factors at play when that were influencing her behavior, and not just write her off as a villain or a bad person.
And then it went too far in the other direction.
Yeah, and then it just took a complete fucking nosedive off the deep end in the other direction to, you know, like just jumping through hoops to justify everything. And, you know, I mean, honestly though, even Vriska did nothing wrong. Insert X, any character here did nothing wrong. The unironic belief in that is such a fucking boring way to analyze a character.
Yes!
So, like,
that's
come
the
on,
bottom line.
folks.
Yeah.
You know?
Do some critical thinking. In this house, we think critically about our characters.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is why I have, you know, all throughout this route, I normally, you know, I make some eye-rolly kind of comments when Vriska comes up and stuff, but, like, I am gonna try and back off that now that I've kind of processed that my issue isn't really with her character. Because before, I was kind of aiming a lot at that and just eye-rolling everything. But, like, though it's just the way that the comic treats her arc, the way that the fandom treats her arc, and this whole Vriska did nothing wrong, and all this shit, it's like, it's completely lost whatever its original purpose was. It's gone off the deep end. It just reminds me of, you know, all that shit.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that by the end of Homestuck, would you say that, well, the end of, like, the comic proper,
Okay.
would you say that at that point, Vriska had been redeemed?
Oh boy. I don't really, like, I don't know if I can really apply that terminology to her scenario. I mean, like,
Do you think
for a person to be redeemed is like, it's a final point. It's the end of an arc. It's like everything has been resolved. And so I guess the answer is no. I mean, she's definitely, at that point, made up for some wrongdoings and, like, or at least, like, tried to make up for some wrongdoings, even though in the end it was kind of a lot of her trying to make amends, I find, is kind of backwards. Like, she's trying to redeem herself without really caring that it's not really helping the other person. I mean, the thing that I have in mind, in the forefront of my mind, is Tavra's Sprite.
Yeah.
Because she just kind of is like, I brought you back to life. Everything's better now. I didn't, you know.
Yeah.
And when that's actually not really a solution.
Yeah,
kind of
because
like,
she doesn't take into account the feelings of other people. She takes into account the actions that narratively in any other scenario would be a redeeming factor. Like, if you think of, like, if you think it, because she's a light player, and light players deal in information and stories and the, like, physical actions and things like that. So she's more concerned with, like, oh, I wronged this person and they died because of me, so if I make it so that they're not dead anymore, then that cancels out the bad thing that I did, and that is how I achieve that.
Like, I saw, there was a discussion I saw where it was specifically talking about how, and this is something that is more common in people who, we will wrap it up, in folks who come from abusive home environments, to view interactions transactionally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's that kind of, like, very mathematical, equivocal type thing without really taking the emotional stuff into account.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, anyway, I know we kind of veered away from what I was originally looking at, but,
Rambling.
Yeah, basically, I think this totally ruined this for me. Long story short.
Let's just move on then.
Yeah. Okay. You remember Dave's carefully crafted defense of a persona. You remember Rose eating oatmeal for dinner in a drafty, brutalist mansion. Jade in the shadow of a volcano, raising herself. Your world can be as brutal as this one. Earth makes survivors too. And you have made a difference for them, one at a time. All of that nihilistic bullshit earlier feels like it was shouted at you by some meddling voice. Someone holding the strings. Fuck that. You're gonna be a goddamn hero today. You're gonna make friends with this whole fucking planet if you have to, and you're going to make it better. Or at least less of a complete dumpster. You tell Vriska you'll be right back and sprint down a spiral staircase. You keep running, pumping your beautiful legs straight out the door of Vriska's giant hive. You don't have to color inside the lines of someone else's story. This is your motherfucking narrative now.
Hell yeah!
You take a leap when you reach the cliff and barrel over, falling fast, wind whipping past your face as you tumble through the air towards the giant white spider.
Equies his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just noticed that.
Yeah. A leap not of faith, but one of hope. I inserted that word there and I don't know why. You crash into the carapace of Vriska's terrible murder mom hard, cracking it with a piercing shriek. At the same time, you zap hundreds of feet above the mouth of the volcano on Jade's Island and kick off the back of the spider, leaving the giant troll-gorged arachnid tumbling into the lava as you zap back to Alternia, back to Vriska's respite block. What a fucking power move!
God damn. Vibe check.
Vibe check Vriska's mom, indeed. Vibe check Spider Mom. Fucking rip. You don't get an F in chat because you're garbage.
Mom. Garbage mom.
Garbage mom. Most heroic action is Homestuck. This is some good shit. This is direct fucking action.
Direct action.
You appear behind her. She doesn't notice you. She is looking out her window, down at the empty web, with a shocked expression. Still looking out the window, her stunned silence turns slowly into a grin someone less generous than you would describe as shit-eating.
Holy shit, MSPA reader, you actually did something. Hell fucking yes! Epic. Epic gamer moments.
Epic gamer moments. Yeah. That's some good fucking shit.
Wow, we did that.
We did that.
And that's the end. Wow.
Wow.
We did it. We made it, you guys.
Let's check the Chumroll, because I zipped off here. So, the end.
Mother thrower.
Mother thrower instead of motherfucker. You changed Vriska's life forever. You wonder what broiled spider tastes like.
Not that good.
And then, no doubles. This was what we got for choosing Petticoat Seagrift. There's only room for one Petticoat Seagrift on the high seas. And Weenie, you and Tavros have a lot in common. Yeah.
Epic.
Epic. Yeah, so... Final thoughts, Noah. This is your first full playthrough.
This is my first full playthrough, you guys! This was great. I had a good time. I enjoyed talking about stuff with you. I enjoyed doing funky voices. Goodness gracious. Please, please, please have me back for Terezi.
Oh my god, yes. We'll have to see when that one comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
If it's in the cards, fucking absolutely.
Yeah, better be in the cards, otherwise I'm gonna sleight of hand that shit. Keep an ace up my sleeve.
Yeah.
Top of the morning to you, ladies.
But yeah, what are final thoughts on Vriska's volume specifically?
A lot happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just, doubling down on what we were saying earlier, like, Vriska is
Vriska's such an interesting character
Mm-hmm.
because she really does ride that line of, like, hero, anti-hero, villain. Like, is she a protagonist? Is she an antagonist? She's kind of done both. And, like, I think, I just lost the thought that I just thought, but it's fine. Because I think that she's a messed up kid who did messed up stuff, and whether or not that can be forgiven, like, she's a fictional character, guys. Like, I think it's up to you whether or not you want to be, like, because Homestuck is, like, powered by its fandom more than I think any other piece of media is. So really it's up to you personally to decide whether or not, like, who Vriska is to you. And, like, and the same goes for any of the characters. So, like, if you like Vriska and you decide to stan her, sure, just don't fucking be rude about it to other people. And I would say the same goes for the opposite. Like, if you hate Vriska, like, that's also super valid. And, you know, it's just, the bottom line is treat other people kindly.
Yeah.
It's okay whether or not you like Vriska, just don't treat people the way that she treats people.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's what I'm taking away from this. Yeah, that's my final thoughts, I think.
All right. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
This was super fun. Thank you for having me.
No, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, thank you for coming out.
Yeah, and your mom made a really tasty dinner.
Yeah.
So that was nice, too.
Yeah.
I always enjoy free food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's valid. Yeah. I pretty much already said all I have to say.
Cool.
Yeah. No, that one thing, unfortunately, just kind of tonally really fucked it up for me. And yeah, although I could kind of feel it coming. I could kind of feel that.
Good night, Jade.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Jade. Night, Jade.
I'll see you later.
And good times to the rest of y'all on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, anyway. Ending on a positive note, tomorrow is another stream. Unfortunately, Noah will not be able to join us for that. But we are doing the other half of this volume.
Gabamzi.
Indeed.
Gamamzi. Gambi.
That's how you say his name.
Robbie.
It's 10 times funnier because there's actually a gag about not remembering his name in the beginning of the route, and he calls him fucking macaroni.
Macaroni.
So, minor spoiler, but it's like literally in one of the first few boxes.
Garbage macaroni. Yeah.
Okay. It's time to
We
shut
need to
this
go to
shit down.
sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. We need to go to sleep too. It's fucking late. It's
fucking
2:30 in the morning. I would have to double check, but this might be. I mean, this is among one of the longest times we've ever gone overtime before.
Wow. Breaking records.
It's among. I think we've had a
We're
few that have been
That's
around
our
this
good
mark.
pal Noah.
Yeah.
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 All right, ladies and ladies.
He's in the 80s.
I think it's time to bounce.
It is. Alright, so, that is... You're gonna ride off the high up MSP or just slam dunking Spider-Man onto the volcano for weeks? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, no, that's some good shit. Yeah, alright, so, tomorrow, same time, same place, Gamzee, motherfuckers.
What?
But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever you may be getting up to. And, good night.
Keep rising. Oh, wait, that's not you.
What the fucking hell?
Alright, now end the stream.
Okay, we're done. Good night. So hello, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is the end of the Vriska stream, but this is being recorded the day after. I'm just tacking this onto the end because it's more related to that, and the people who came for games, they probably don't want to hear me risk horsing. But yeah, I just had a couple extra things to make. There was something that I, like, it felt kind of off, like, just, like, while I was reading it, I'd read it through, like, multiple times at that point, but, like, I couldn't put my finger on it at the time, but it was really bugging me. I was like, what's bugging me? So that's why I didn't say anything on stream yesterday, because I didn't want to start this whole thing where I didn't really know where I was going exactly. However, after the stream, I had, like, a really good, like, clarifying conversation with Noah. Shout out to Noah for, like, being on stream with me yesterday and being fucking amazing. That is definitely going to happen again, so if you were not able to come and see that live, do not fear. It is 110% going to happen again, for sure. Hopefully, at the very least, for Terezi's Pesterquest, because Noah loves Terezi, so do I, and also Noah has a really great Terezi voice. You can't think of a Homestuck character that isn't hiding somewhere in your mind. Oh yeah, they're all clamoring around up there. They have been clamoring around up there since fucking 2011, for me. But, yeah, just something that struck me that I finally found the words for, and I do apologize if there's any viewers right now who are not familiar with the Vriska route. This is gonna be a little off the wall, but I just wanted to toss this out there and, like, get this off my chest. And also, if you do have feedback on this and you are familiar with the Vriska route, I would be interested to hear what your opinion is. Basically, I feel like Vriska's speech, especially in, like, the later ending portions, was, like, it was just a little bit too mature for when we were meeting her. Like, she was being very articulate and very straightforward, and I feel like that's not... I feel like it was a little much for... I mean, we're meeting her in the Pesterquest. Like, she's 13. The game hasn't happened. You know... It's, you know, she's still... There's still that, like, weird thing happening between her and Kanaya, and there's, like, all this other stuff. It's very, very, very early in the comic, and I just feel like the way that her speech was written was, and the way that she was able to so well articulate all of those issues was a little bit too mature for when we were talking to her, right? Because, like, even when she's having those conversations with John, because I've been, you know, rereading Act 5, Act 2 with the release of the new books, even when she has those later conversations with John, like, even at that point, she's not quite that articulated and pointed even then. Like, she still kind of dances around it a little bit. So, you know, and I think, like, Noah said this specifically, you know, that it was like she was being so articulate about her trauma in a way that we don't really get close to, like, or so, you know, like, I agree with that, and I feel like it's in a way that we don't even get close to until we get to, like, parentheses Vriska kind of reaches that level of clarity, right? And another... Hi, Aleph. I'm talking about Vriska because I had some more thoughts. I had a good conversation with Noah after the stream yesterday, so we're Vriska-ing just a little bit before getting into Gamzee. So another good point that Noah made when I was kind of like, yeah, like, I don't know, it just feels too mature, right? Was that they said, like, it feels like someone is talking about Vriska when she's speaking rather than her talking about herself. And I feel like that kind of hit the nail on the head for me. In that, yeah, like, it does kind of have that feeling of, yeah, like, it's someone else talking about her rather than her talking about herself, even if it's her own, like, dialogue. Like, it's just almost like too informed, too polished to be, you know, a 13-year-old Vriska Serket. So, yeah, and I mean, regardless of whether this was the intention, I felt a very, like, clear, like, at least, like, perceived angle of, like, you should feel bad for her that was being, like, kind of intensely presented, rather than, like, just presenting her character in, like, without that kind of, like, very pointedly kind of pushing very hard for the reader to feel a certain way. I don't know. That might just be me, though. I'm not sure about that one, but yeah, and the thing is that I don't disagree with the points that are being made and the thought processes that Vriska's having that are being described, like this situation with the Lucis, but I feel like the presentation in the dialogue, it just didn't feel like 13-year-old Vriska. 13-year-old Vriska who has so many walls up, and it takes a fuckload of effort to let anybody get even the slightest peek behind them. Like, she wears a lot of masks. She's very defensive at this point, right? Like, a lot of that, like, doesn't start to break down until after the game, and we see that a little bit when she's getting vulnerable with John. And we see that a lot more when we get to parentheses Vriska, right? But yeah, it just felt a little bit like, just like really, really mature for her. And of course, something that I would suggest, because I don't like to whine and complain about stuff without bringing a solution to the table. Something that I think would have improved it was if there was, like, at least a little more focus to it, because it felt like that final, especially in, like, the good end, was like rant after rant after rant that was all very, like, it just felt like an exposition dump, honestly. Very, very information dense, and it just struck me as like there's a lot happening there, right? So I feel like, if there was, like, for example, one of the points that was brought up, because there were, like, multiple separate, like, little compact rants on, like, different subjects. Like, there was the Lucis situation and being abandoned by people and wanting to be someone else, and on and on. There was Terzi, relationship with Terzi, and all this other stuff. If there's just like a zero in on one point to kind of allow for more of the narrative time to be that relationship actually building, then I think it would. Personally, I think that would make it flow a little bit cleaner, and it would feel a little bit less like, because it's like, show don't tell and all that stuff. Like, I felt like I was being told a lot of things, whereas, like, like, I thought that her transness was really well written, and that in the way that it was signaled without having that outright discussion, like, don't call me dude, having all the exclamation marks after the F, and, like, talking about wanting to experiment, don't you ever want to be someone else, and liking someone calling you a name your Lucis doesn't call you, like, all of that kind of, that was really, really great. That was awesome, very well done. I just feel like if that same strategy was applied to other ideas, and then a kind of central focal point was brought forward, then it might kind of click a little more. Because like Carcat's root, the kind of focal point was his blood color. There was, he talked a little bit about his relationship with Gamzee, but they didn't try to do, like, a whole big thing about it as well as the blood color, right? Or Kanaya's, the focus was her romantic relationships. The Rose's was on her relationship with her mom, right? So they all have this kind of central thing, and yeah, I feel like, yeah, it was trying to, there's just a lot happening. But yeah, so that was the gist of kind of the conversation that I had with Noah after stream cut yesterday. that kind of really helped me sort out those thoughts, and I really just wanted to like whoosh, like release that into the world.